Hello everyone, welcome back to Die Party Yonder, a Numenera tabletop role-playing game that we play with all these lovely people that you see floating around me in disproportionate heads boxes. Something. I'm trying to use English at 2 a.m. It's kind of not working. Going around introducing everyone is what I'm going to do next because that's what happens in the morning when I talk about people. First person I want to introduce in the morning, if I want to look at them, I need to turn this way. Pian, hello. Introduce yourself. Talk about your personality.
Hi, Henley.
What you enjoy to do on Saturday evenings when no one's watching.
I like to play video games.
God damn it, that's unique. That's fantastic. What type of video games do you play?
I'm a fan of some Undertale. I've been playing a lot of Skyrim. Yeah.
You like the dog song?
I'm tired. What was that?
Do you like the dog song?
He's talking about from Undertale.
Oh, love it. 10 out of 10. Love it. 10 out of 10.
Can we just make this a wreckage? Like,
I have the entire Undertale
song?
soundtrack.
Nice. That's great.
Yeah, on my phone. It's terrible. 0 out of 10.
Mm.
That's why I have it, right?
Makes sense.
So, speaking about making sense, let's go to the man that I need in my life to make the most sense. Otherwise, my world will crumble. Tuxedomus, what up, sir? How you doing?
Hey, everybody. I am your rock.
You are my pillar.
I am the pillar that holds this place together. And I do other stuff like over on my channel, like the games and the things.
Elaborate.
Like similar things to this. We got our own shows over there. When I actually get around to it, we do the video games. Like over here in the Americas, we have holiday weekend, so more video game times.
Yes.
So I am probably going to actually get into Prey this weekend, so that'll be sweet.
Pray you don't fall in love with that game because Prey is amazing.
Well, I pray that I will because I've heard a lot of really good things about it.
I don't know. I'm like 3 hours into it, and it still isn't really hooking me.
Well, you never buy video games anyway, so what are you?
But you can do like weird power shit. I love weird power shit.
I haven't even gotten to that yet. I just am shooting people with glue guns.
How is that not fun?
I'm curious, Wreckage, how much of a game are you playing that you enjoy exploration and stuff? Like, if you took the original Deus Ex, are you the type of guy that goes, okay, I have a gun, I guess I'll walk down the hallway and shoot people?
Well, I mean, I played the original Deus Ex, and it was great. And I did non-lethal.
So you are off the beaten path kind of guy? Because Prey is all about off the beaten path kind of guy.
Well, I haven't seen any of that yet.
Really?
In fact, I just got to the first.
You played for 3 hours.
Well, I guess I'm sort of hijacking Tux's segment. I just got to
No, yeah.
the first airlock section where you go out into space, and nothing stops you from circling the entire space station. You just can't get in at other points, right?
Mm-hmm. Can you just leave?
But the thing is, the second I tried to wander
Just go
away,
off into space?
a enemy type that was not described at all or just insta-killed me. So
Yeah.
I tried to be like off the beaten path, and an enemy type just like generated a lightning bomb in front of me and exploded it. And then when I tried to run away, he just kept generating more, and I died.
That makes sense.
Like, so I haven't been able to experience any off the beaten path in Prey yet. So we'll see. I mean, I'm going to finish it. I don't not finish things, but it hasn't grabbed me.
Well, I pray that it grabs you.
Yeah, we're going to keep telling that joke.
We are.
I pray that you enjoy the video game.
Me and Dave both played the original Prey and liked it, as I recall.
I'm really sad that like they were gonna make another one that like was gonna be
Bounty Hunters in space.
you were gonna be an alien bounty hunter, and it sounded amazing.
Yeah,
And then they just canceled it.
They just canceled. They're like, we decide that we want the name Prey for our new IP, so we're gonna cancel this other sequel. That
but they had a trailer for it and everything. It looked badass.
It wasn't just a trailer. They actually had like 90% of the game done.
Yeah, yeah.
It was close to shipping, and I was like, no, we changed our minds.
Yeah, fuck.
Wow, it was close to done. Wow. Well, you know what? That makes me dislike Prey even more. Down
Yeah,
with the
fuck that
imposter
game.
Prey. Down with the imposter Prey.
So-
Long live the original Prey.
That original Prey idea was very similar to a book that I read once, which was like some Native American guy gets fucking abducted by aliens and just is like, fuck it, man, I'll kill aliens in space for the rest of my life. And
Yeah, that's basically what the original Prey was.
Don't forget Cronenberg aliens, because I love Cronenberg aliens.
speaking about Cronenberg aliens, let's go over to my fellow Australian who happens to live in basically the entry point for all aliens in the entire world, Australia. Doc Ghost.
You know, I have actually heard we have unusual levels of UFO activity out here.
Maybe it's because you have unusual amounts of aircraft runways.
That's
You know, because you're flat.
possible. There are a lot of them, yeah. That could
You're
be it.
flat.
I mean,
Thank you.
I'm not sure
I
it
don't
was an
have
insult,
boobs.
but I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Okay, what have you been up to?
Fuck, I've been playing like way too much XCOM.
Like the original
it's-
or the remake?
The original, yeah.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. I was just
Terror of
like,
the
"Oh, I'll
Deep
play this
or
again."
like
And then, no, I'm playing the, I'm playing a mod.
Terror
I'm
of the
playing a
Deep,
mod
man.
that combines the two.
Terror of the Deep, dude. Come on, get on that shit. Terror of the Deep. Okay, I have an original XCOM story that I will share with you right now. When I was younger, I was like, man, fucking swear words. What up? You know? Really like swear words. And you know how in XCOM you can name your base whatever the fuck you want?
Yeah.
And then one of my bases shit fuck. Right?
Good job.
Yep. And my mom comes down, she's like, what are you playing? I'm like, it's the game. The game has a base called shit fuck. She uninstalled it. And that's how I got away with swearing as a kid. That's my XCOM story.
I don't think that's an XCOM story.
I mean, it has XCOM in it, you know.
Barely.
I like to think that your mom like took that and like was like told other people that like I can't believe these video games nowadays they name their things shit fuck. That's just terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I doubt they even sold XCOM in boxes in Australia.
Yeah.
All right.
Why would they not?
Because it's Australia. Yeah. So, what else you been up to?
Other than that, and not getting enough sleep, not much.
Sweet. Speaking about not getting enough sleep, let's go on over to our next contestant who has the world at his fingertips because he never sleeps, but he always sleeps. Mr. Brian, what up, sir? My introduction sucked today. Get over it, internet.
That was amazing.
Fucking.
I was with you with the no sleep part though, because that's true.
I was like, but I also want to give him a compliment, you know, because I like him so much.
Well, it's very sweet of you.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right. Yeah. Hey, I'm Brian Sputnik. I've been streaming a lot again this week, although not today because I was sleeping. I was getting my butt kicked by the fourth palace, I think, in Persona.
Wait, which one's the fourth one?
The pyramid out in the desert.
Really? That was so
2000.
easy. Wait, I'm ahead
it
of you now?
was-
How's that fucking possible?
Because you have more time than I do. I mean, well, but seriously, I took like almost 2 weeks off from Persona because I was just like, I need a break.
Look,
But,
anime,
no,
I need a break.
That first, yeah, seriously, no, it was that first coffin guy, right? When like,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking
I
this,
got real
so-
lucky with the first coffin guy. I'm like, man, I
So,
scraped by with
was
the hair
funny
of my
'cause-
balls.
So like Fook is watching me fight this guy. I'm just getting ass blasted by him. Finally beat him. I'm jumping around the room and everything. Yeah, fuck you, coffin guy. And then I continue on, and I wasn't paying attention, got ambushed by a shadow and died. And at that moment, I had that realization that one is often having in a JRPG. I forgot to fucking save.
Hell yeah, man.
So I had to go back and fight that fucking guy again.
You know, you think
it was just hours of agony.
You know that fucking, like, okay, I got real lucky, though, because in that game, I managed to make a persona which was like, hey, man, I'm immune to all physical stuff. So I've just been relying. He's like level 2. Doesn't matter, man. Like, I've been relying on that dude. Like, fuck it, man. So the number 1 rule of Persona, always have a medic, dude. Number 2 rule of Persona, fuck physical damage.
Yeah. Well, but then, I was fighting the big boss of that thing and having a hell of a time, and then I realized, oh, I can buff defense on my guys, and once I did that, it was not a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun palace. I actually enjoyed that palace quite a bit. The puzzles fucking pissed me off though, because like I didn't like hump those pedestals close enough to see that you could activate them.
Oh.
So I'm running around like, what the fuck do I do with these gems? And for just like an hour, just running around like, I don't understand. And then like I humped one of the pedestals and it was like, examine. I said, you have got to be fucking kidding me. Like,
no one's kidding you. It's just, you're just being a fucking idiot. It's fine.
Yeah, so, like, basically the rest of my playtime, if you watch the videos, is me, like, literally humping every inch of a wall. So I'm like, I can't fucking miss anything. Don't let me miss anything. But, yeah, so that and podcast stuff.
Nice. I'm hoping that podcast is doing well for you, man, because that sounds like a fucking fantastic idea.
Yeah, no, it's super fun. It's starting to pick up a little bit of steam, so we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
The last episode that we did was, the third episode, I should say, is one of my favorites that we've done so far. It was pretty funny. It involved my dad trying to sell me a cow and me getting pissed off about the outcome.
But if you buy it now, it's cheaper. But I don't want a fucking cow. Anyway, Wreckage, let's talk about you. Speaking about buying a cow, did you buy the cow or did you get the milk for free? Hey. That's a marriage reference, in case you.
Oh, I've never heard that one.
Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Oh, so like, yeah. Okay. No, I haven't gotten
AKA marriage.
I've never gotten any milk.
Damn.
Anyway.
You must be thirsty.
Yeah. All right. I've been playing PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and I've been doing very well at it. I just broke the top 100,000 on the ladder. I'm heading for the top 50,000.
Solo?
Solo and duo and squad. Although I haven't yet broke 100,000 on squad. I'm like 110.
I need to play more of that game, but I've just been fucking balls deep in not Persona, Fire Emblem.
Patch drop today. Nerfed the Vector. Added a sniper that comes with all features already on it, but it's weak.
Yeah, it's 9 mil,
right?
It
has a scope and has like a cheek butt. So it's a fully tricked out sniper but it shoots 9mm. So it's really quiet.
Yeah, the other thing is too, I heard that the UMP is just fucking a laser beam now, so it's like, okay.
Well, they didn't buff the UMP, but they nerfed the Vector and they nerfed shotguns. And what comes after shotguns?
Damn it! Fuck them! I'm not playing that game ever again. They nerf shotguns? Fuck that. Get out of here. Throw that trash in the bin. Where it belongs.
Hugely. So shotguns will still win most fights, but between a shotgun and an UMP, it's now fair. Like, if an UMP user and a shotgun user come into a room together at the same time and they both play at the same level, then they will be equal instead of one being insta-gibbed, as long as the shotgun user has basic levels of aim. So anyway, that's been my life. why don't we get to Numenera? I can promise you folks, go get your friends, tell them to come watch it. This is going to be a good episode.
Okay, but before that happens, I've got some announcements to make. Hey guys, in case you aren't aware, we have a new Die Party game coming up. It's going to be set in the World of Darkness system. We're still taking votes for what system that's actually going to be. So if you want to help influence what Die Party is going to be happening on Mondays, you should definitely come check this out. It's a fantastic game system, at least anyway. You can help decide which one's going to be which. Go there, watch that video after tonight's stream, and help us make a decision on which splat book we're going to be rolling with. On top of that, next Monday, I'm going to be over on Arthur Perkins' channel, 5 p.m. PST, for a one-shot called On the Tabletop. And in case you don't know it, it's a fantastic idea. It's where Arthur gets artists to draw scenes as they happen in the stream, but also streams the drawing section of it as well. It's a really cool idea. He does a fantastic job with it. He's done one episode so far. We're going to be playing Apocalypse World, but fantasy, and apparently the driver's going to be driving cows around, so maybe I'll be a driver. We'll see how we go. That sounds like fun. Anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Wreckage. Wreckity wreck. Take it away.
So, last week, you guys, one of you decided that it would be a great idea to go off and pray in the middle of the night in a desert.
Look, man, I was trying to be thematic, okay? Shit.
And you got kidnapped by bandits. You all went to go rescue him, only to find the bandit fort in disarray.
And you think that I did it, which is fantastic, too. So.
Well, no, they found the skeletons. They see that it's clearly the skeletons. The skeletons from earlier. You remember those skeletons? They're around.
Yeah, but I did it.
They've killed a lot of bandits. Some of the bandits have run away. And then Milo stuck his face in a pouch full of random, weird, unidentified powder, inhaled deeply, and has passed out.
I took a quick sniff. It's some strong-ass powder, you know, like, it's the good powder. It's the type of powder your drug dealer's been not giving you.
Good shit.
Yeah, he's been
GM, I smell the powder, which is not like, it's like, that's what's smelling.
Yeah, you know, it's the type of powder that your drug dealer's been splicing with baby powder the entire time. So you've only been getting like a quarter of the taste, but we got the good shit in this powder, you know. So we're just like,
Right.
Anyway, so we come back with Milo literally like planking straight down, like out of some
do
Monty
I get an
Python
award
sketch.
for planking?
No, you just
Hey, all right. Well,
stiff as a board, fall over.
oh, by the way, in case everyone was wondering, most of us tier up now, so maybe we can just explain what our next level stuff is for everyone playing at home.
It sounds like only 2 of you have tiered up, as a matter of fact, but you can do.
Really? So it's just myself and Tux then? Brian, did you tier
I
up?
did.
No, I haven't. Yeah,
Just you and Brian.
You two.
Oh.
I'm 1 XP away from tearing up.
Oh.
Yes. Someone has tiered up, and there are 6 tiers. Basically, your descriptor gets a new power when you tier up,
Yeah.
and you can go buy all those things that you could only buy once in tier 1.
Yeah.
But
you have to buy a tier 1 thing first before you can... Yeah, so...
Anyway, so what is your new descriptor power, Milo?
I'm trying to find... Like, I take one thing from each book, so I have to open all 3 to find the thing. So give me a second here.
What's your new tier power, Brian?
So I took successive attack, which
No,
means
what's your new focus power?
what?
The one you get automatically at tier 2.
You get a power.
Where do I
automatically.
find that?
On your focus.
Yeah. So yours is like
Oh.
fucks with machines, right? So...
Oh fuck, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, why don't you explain your guy?
Yeah, I just
He doesn't
found
know
so-
it either.
No, I got it
God
here.
damn it!
I got it
Not
here.
even doing this.
I got
Neither
it
of you
here.
are ready. We're not going to explain tier 2. We're going back
My
into the
tier
game.
2 is necromancy. I can animate a body of a dead creature approximately your size or smaller, creating a level 1 creature. It has none of the intelligence, memories, or special abilities that it had in life. The creature follows your verbal commands for 1 hour, after which it becomes an inert corpse. Sorry. Corpse. Unless the creature is killed by damage, you can reanimate it again when its time expires. But any damage it had when it became inert applies to its newly reanimated state. If you have access to multiple bodies, you can create additional undead creatures for each additional intellect point you spend when you activate the ability. It costs an action to animate, and it costs 3+ intelligence points. So if I want to animate a corpse, I spend 3 intelligence points, or +1 for every additional corpse after that, and then I can make like an army of undead. So,
All right, I got mine. I took talks to machines, and my tier 2 abilities for that are coaxing power. I can boost the power or function of a machine so that it operates at 1 level higher than normal for 1 hour. Costs an action to initiate, and it's an intellect, 2 intellect point cost. And then I have charm machine, which is also 2 intellects and an action. I convince an unintelligent machine to like me. A machine that likes me is 50% less likely to function if said function would cause me harm. Thus, if a foe attempts to detonate a bomb near me, controlled by a detonator that likes me, there's a 50% chance that it won't explode.
hey, you're looking very sexy today.
That's right.
It's not like I wanted to blow you up.
Hey,
I'm gonna flip
Brian,
a coin to see if I kill you.
Push my button, and you're like, I mean, I'm not into you that much, you know. Like, I also bought the skill Contortionist, which allows me to get into small spaces because I'm fucking sweet.
All right. So Milo passes out. He is unconscious. 40 minutes into the day, we are
but
now.
I'm also a child, so you can carry me pretty easily. So just don't smell the powder. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, so our advancement things all clear now as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
everything's fine.
Yeah, cool.
Mhm. Yep, cool. Yes, Milo falls over. I like hurry over and like make sure that he didn't just die.
He's alive. He's asleep.
Like,
Well, he got what he wanted and killed himself.
like, okay, he's just asleep. Okay, we're okay. Like, I think I'd take the powder and like hide it away so no one else does that.
All right.
Can you wake him up, Nye?
The medic now has anesthesia.
There we go. That's a thing.
Of a sorts.
I'll do the usual stuff to try to wake him up. Like I'll kind of
Surprise
like
powder.
snap my finger, like kind of like shake him a little bit. Like
No, he is unconscious.
He's like,
Smother
ow,
him
ow,
with
okay.
boobies.
Yep.
This is good stuff. You could use it like pocket sand.
Yeah, pocket sand. Yeah, just
Throw
throw
it
that
somewhere.
shit in someone's
Pocket
face, man.
I'm sure in no way will it drift over to you.
I'm now immune to it. You know, I've built up an immunity. So.
That's not how it works.
So if I buy a skill, pocket sand immunity, what does that do? You know, like, do I get a
Can't
+1 on
buy skills
rolling?
like that.
I mean, I can buy anything I want as a skill, right?
You can buy anything you want as a skill, but you can't.
Can I buy a
create-
meme lord as a skill and just like?
You can be better at memes, but you can't. You can't get.
I trained myself in
You
memes.
can't generate a like resistance or defense
To
unless
memes?
you're-
Oh my God.
unless your class has an ability that gives you the ability to have a defense.
could I be trained in memes but specialize in dank memes?
Oh
Yes.
shit!
Can I tell machines the dankest memes?
Did you know
Can
that
we-
dank memes actually means that you've used a meme so much that everyone hates it, but you still use it? That's what dank memes
That's what dank memes.
means.
Oh my god.
All right, can we please? Milo has passed out. You guys are in a bandit hideout that is somehow under attack from the skeletons from before.
Well, we don't see there. We already killed. There was what, like 3 of them, and we don't see
In
any
here,
more.
well, the bandits were fighting, and they ran, and there's dead people everywhere.
That's fine. We got Milo. We can leave.
Also, the entrance caved in.
Oh yeah.
Why did it do that?
Because you guys
I
are
predicted it was
bad.
because of a giant undead worm. It's just my theory.
Okay, well, we found Milo. We need to get it. We need to now. We need to find a way out of here.
Yeah.
Well, we can't go back.
Right.
So
Uh,
I'll take the kid and let's continue on.
you sling
Not
Milo over your shoulder.
again.
Sure.
There is warm firelight illuminating the pathway that Milo came from.
Oh, great. Now you guys are going to double back on everything I've done. This is going to be a good stream. I like it.
Milo came from there and obviously didn't find an entrance or exit.
But you don't know that.
Oh, that's obvious, actually.
I mean, he was kind of just walking around eating a plate of olives or whatever. And it's like, oh, hey
Yeah.
guys, what's up?
Hey, man. That's right. I was doing that, wasn't I? Fucking.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
So there's no other. There's no other path. Yeah.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a otherwise hard to see crag in the rock, illuminated by a brief twinkle of blue and silver light.
Okay. It's just kind of like in the wall, like a crack in the wall.
You could definitely fit through it.
Oh. Well, everyone, maybe obviously Milo didn't find a way out. He was coming towards us, but maybe we could squeeze through here. And I kind of point to the whitish, what is it, white blue light?
Yep, or blue silver.
Or blue silver light. I'm willing to poke my head in here and see what's what.
Okay.
All right.
I guess.
No objections from me. You stick your head in the hole.
Yeah.
I'll just stand back.
All right, so I'll shimmy through the crack, as they say in the parlance of our time.
It doesn't take you shimmy for only a brief moment before you open into a larger tunnel. The tunnel is unlit.
Damn.
But around a corner up ahead, you see a figure move away. The figure is blue and silver and luminous. And as it disappears around a corner, its twinkle illuminates the hallway.
We're not in here alone. I yell back through the crack.
Well, now that it knows we're here too.
Yeah, why are you yelling that?
I only have one volume.
Hey, come out, hiding blue twinkly thing.
All right, well, I guess I'll follow through.
Yeah, might need you in here, Monty.
Can you continue on in there? Is there a way to go?
Yeah, they went around a corner. All right, so could I tell if the thing was like human or
More human than human.
Numenera-y?
It was a blue silver figure that glows.
So probably Numenera.
Maybe.
Monty, I think we've got some sort of Numenera. I saw a figure. It was glowing.
It's always the weird ones.
Yeah. It was glowing, but I don't know if it's much of a threat because maybe it was running away from me. I don't even know if it saw me.
Maybe it's just trying to get away like us.
Let's
Should
go
we
kill
come
it.
through as well?
Yeah, I think it's safe.
Yeah, what could happen?
All right.
I mean, it's just a tunnel, right? There's nothing in there
Yeah.
that we can see.
All right. Following.
So the bluish light that you see up ahead, that's emanating from this figure I saw. I'm willing to check out the way this passage goes because it's pretty much our only option.
Well, do we think we want to follow it or try to go the other way?
I don't know if there is another way.
Well, it's a tunnel, right? So it goes in two directions, isn't that?
From where you're entering and then the way it's going.
Oh, so we kind of like entered, it's like a hallway basically, and we entered through the wall.
No, that's what Doc is thinking. That's not what's happening.
Oh, okay. So we've like entered into a tunnel that just goes straight ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, fuck it. Yeah, let's
All right.
go.
Yeah, go.
You guys round the corner, and there isn't blue silver light, but there is sunlight. The sunlight is coming from down. As you move along this hallway, there is a distinct crack on the right-hand wall, which opens into a vast cavern. And you can see as you walk along into this cavern, the cavern itself is lit by holes in the ceiling, and light is streaming in. The cavern is filled with those skeletons.
Bummer.
Cool.
How many skeletons are we talking here? Like
Thousands.
Okay, let's not go down there.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You can see that they climb at the walls of the cavern, but they seem largely unintelligent in this big swarm. Think of a zombie movie where there's a horde of zombies, but it's been very long since they've ever seen anybody, so they're just sort of milling around, bumping into things and like groaning. That's
Right.
basically what's going on with these thousands of skeletons. They're
Oh,
probing
so
the
it's one of those don't dead enter inside rooms?
Yeah. You can see that they had carved a path up to nearby where you guys are and broken through, and that in the cave-in it collapsed again.
Okay. So they're trapped in there. I mean, as long as we don't climb down there, they're no danger to us.
Everybody with eyes who can see more than 10 feet
Or is it
and isn't
unconscious?
asleep,
Yeah, okay.
please roll me a perception check. Difficulty 2.
Oh my god.
Oh, God, guys. Okay, we got one.
It
success.
begins.
Hey. Jesus.
All right. Otter and Monty, you can both see that this cavern has multiple exits underground. The way that the skeletons are oriented, it looks like they have come from these pathways into this cavern. Because they tend not to turn around. They tend to just keep heading forward from your experience. And there's like a tunnel leading out of this cavern at the base. And all of the skeletons are facing into this cavern, even as they sit there motionless from how many there are. It would be not much of a leap to presume, having seen them elsewhere coming out of a hole in the ground, that the however big this cave system is just filled with them entirely.
Does anybody have any explosives?
I did.
I certainly don't.
I did. If you remember correctly, I had that thing where I can go plunk and blow up all the fucking... It was really strong. The problem was, and this is out of character and everyone would know this, because I do remember telling everyone about it, I don't have it on me anymore. It's somewhere in the camp, or they've taken it with them when
Also,
they
it's
left.
organic material only.
But aren't they organic? Aren't they like flesh and bone?
Well, they're bone. You don't know that they're organic.
Isn't that the definition of organic, though?
But even then, it only explodes in an immediate radius. It would do nothing for thousands and thousands of skeletons spread out over.
I mean, it'd be fun to shoot it in the middle of the bunch.
It'd be
That's
fun.
basically what I
It'd be
was
fun.
thinking. I just want to watch like a bunch of them blow up.
Brr.
Just like,
And-
like all the ones on the outside fall down. It's like dominoes effect, and then they all just like laying on the ground rattling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As far as position-wise, we're sort of like elevated above this, looking down into it, correct?
Yeah, this
What?
crack, they don't have any, it's actually a bit of an overhang, whatever this passage is. You get the sense that the underground here in this location must just be very, very porous and filled with many caves and passages, because you're in one now that in no way is connected to this one except for visually.
Sure.
They would have no means. You can see already they can't climb, but
They would have no memes.
but they do. You can see that, and you saw this Ko as the worm, and Damon, he saw this as well, his character, and relayed this information. They can't climb, but they do appear to attempt to dig their way out.
Right.
They've got knife hands, don't they? Like they don't actually
Yeah.
have hands. They've just got pointy bone bits.
Yeah, which is why you can tell where they've dug their way out, because it's very clearly like sliced, you
Sure.
know, like pickaxe marks in a mine. You can tell that someone dug their way through, and you can even see that originally they didn't have a way into this bandit camp. That sometime recently they sort of cut a ramp up to another entrance and broke through. But the cave-in you all experienced blocked that again.
Well, But I'm thinking maybe we should just carefully try to continue our way down this passage, everyone. Don't kick any rocks. They don't seem to notice that we're here.
They?
There's a huge, horrifying pit of walking skeletons down there, Nye.
It's
Don't
not
worry
as bad
about
as
it.
it sounds.
Oh,
Yeah,
They,
don't worry
they
about
seem
it.
to be trapped.
Yeah,
okay. That's reassuring, I guess.
it's no big deal.
I mean, they are digging.
Slowly.
It's not completely reassuring. That I don't like all these skeletons. They keep showing
We
up.
should definitely get out of here.
I
Yes,
think
let's-
so. I agree with Otter. Let's keep moving.
Continue.
You guys continue down the hallway. After you move through this room with the view and the sunlight streaming in, the hallway is black again. It's hard to see your way forward, except for Nye. But then there is a brief blue-silver light at the end of the tunnel. And you all catch a glimpse of the same thing that Ko glimpsed, this blue-silver entity that seems to be moving out as well.
That's what I saw.
I'm gonna call out to it. Like, hey, you!
It's already gone. by the
Stop.
time
In
you
the
call.
name of the law.
I mean, we're in a tunnel. The noise would echo, right?
Stop.
That
Right,
far
yes.
away.
The noise echoes, but it is already visually gone, so you don't see its response, if any, or it certainly doesn't it doesn't respond to you by calling back. You don't know.
Okay, well,
You come a little
Look,
closer,
you're
guys. Like, I
following it.
mean, I'm trying to run away from the zombies and stuff. So, like, you know, if I can hurry up, maybe.
holy shit, guys! Have you seen all those skeletons? Just go, man, go!
Don't fuck around.
I mean, I'd like to
Well-
keep following it, yeah.
Is it moving? Does it seem to be moving fast, or is it just like just walking?
Well, the weird thing is that you didn't see it, and then you briefly saw it as soon as you didn't know what the tunnel looked like anymore.
Because it was dark. Is that what you mean? Like,
But they're like,
but no, when you said we didn't know what the tunnel looked like, once we walked into the dark, we saw the.
no, once you walked into the dark, there was a pause, and then it briefly appeared, and then left.
Okay. Let's continue following the mysterious blue light.
Let's use it as a guide.
And just hope it's not leading us anywhere bad.
Yeah.
I'm
We know
I'm
if we
it'll be
start to
fine.
go, we know if we start to go down, like into a pit, that it's probably a bad idea.
You round the next corner that the blue silvery thing disappeared behind. You find yourself in a slightly more expansive circular space area, and it looks like a dead end. There is a brief flash of blue and silver above you as it disappears onto the other side of the stone ceiling.
Okay.
Like through the ceiling. There's no gaps or holes. It's just a solid ceiling.
Give me a perception check.
Difficulty
3.
Yo.
Nice. Good stuff.
There do appear to be gaps, and through those gaps, just barely, you can see sunlight.
Is there like are there like climbing purchases or like some sort of maybe
The ceiling's
stairway?
very close. The ceiling's very close. You would
Oh,
like step up a little bit on the wall to access it.
oh,
Is it solid? Like, can I reach up and touch it and see if there's actually like a fake wall there? Because we've seen this stuff before, so.
If you touch it, it's very heavy, but it has give.
It's like a sewer lid or something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna push on it.
All right, might difficulty 4.
I'm going to put an effort into that.
Okay.
My man. Whoa.
oh.
And then there's like an explosion as the ceiling.
yeah. He pushes the ceiling into space.
Nice.
You give it a heave, and all at once the room is filled with sunlight. You can see that you are at surface level, and that this is a patch of nondescript rocks and boulders.
Wreckage, real quickly, those zombies, did they react to sunlight? Or was
They were out in daylight earlier.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And there was daylight streaming into that cavern. It doesn't do anything.
Okay, just checking. Yeah.
You're on the surface, and you can all of you can easily just climb right out.
Except for me, because I'm unconscious. So.
Because he's unconscious. What would you like your major effect to be for 20 of de-sealing the?
I mean, maybe waking me up might be a good one. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe making it so that no one can follow you out, so the zombies can't come out that way. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, that's always when there's no real obvious thing. Like, hey, this would be good.
Yeah.
And I mean, could I wake Milo up? It doesn't seem
loud
No,
noise.
it doesn't really seem- no. He's unconscious.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
He's under a status effect called sleep right now, and only cure disease and similar effects can wake him up, or also the status effect running its course.
So it actually just so happens that this exit is right next to where Ven's waiting for us.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ven turns around.
There was a
like-
tunnel there the entire time.
He brandishes like a wood stick briefly that he happens to have, and sees it's you and puts it away. Says, "Oh, hello." And Phil is there.
God
Hey
damn it.
guys, why
Phil?
are you crawling out of the ground?
Wait, is this the
Skeletons.
old man?
No, the brain in the jar.
Oh, I was about to be like, fuck!
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
That
Time to
son
kill
of a
me, an
bitch.
old man. I forgot about Phil the Brain.
This asshole that took his sticks back and left a bunch of jerks.
Yeah.
And money.
That was my stick.
I'm getting that stick back.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hunt him down for the rest of the day.
Hey, why are you guys crawling out of the ground? What's going on? We heard
Skeletons,
like a.
thousands of them.
Okay.
Yes, I think we should probably not be here.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to keep.
Did you
we
see
need to
anybody
get
else?
moving.
No. Nobody is. Well, after you guys went in, there was a cave in.
Yeah, what happened?
I think one of you rolled a natural one.
Oh,
Phil, no meta knowledge.
What?
You heard me. I'll push that goddamn button. I swear to God.
You will not do such a thing.
All right. Well, let's get it out of here. Let's get back to our. Well, we actually have all our shit. We brought all our shit.
Except for
Yeah,
all
well,
my
let's
stuff.
just
I don't have
keep
any of
moving.
my stuff anymore, but I'm
the powder.
unconscious, so it
Nice.
doesn't matter.
See if Ven knows anything about this powder. Maybe there's a way to wake him up.
Oh. Like, hold it up. Like, would you happen to know anything about this?
Would you happen to have a shin?
Yeah, fuck this guy, right?
God.
Now
damn,
you
man.
know why I hate this nerd?
That
Yeah,
shit is
fuck
so
this
cold.
guy. Fuck this guy. He's just like, it seems like it's important for you that you understand what this is. How
Not
about
even
I...
Decker Kane identified items for free.
Yes, he did.
He's
Are
got
you
a point
fucking
there.
kidding
Until
me?
you saved his life, and we haven't saved Ven's life yet, so let's put him in life-threatening danger.
Put him in danger
I'm just-
and then
I'll
save
just
his
fucking
life.
throw a shin at him.
Look, he
He's just like,
he'll even
donk.
takes a brief moment to explain my identification capabilities are extremely advanced.
Uh-huh. Then do it for free. Prove it to us.
Where's Tristram?
Yeah, where's Tristram?
We need to take him to Tristram, leave him there for a while, and then go back and save him.
The forces of Diablo have taken over Tristram. The town has fallen to evil.
I hand over a shin.
Fuck.
I already threw one at him.
You know what?
alright,
Everyone throws
oh,
shins
okay.
at him, just like...
It wasn't gentle.
It wasn't. It
Uh,
dented his armor.
He deftly catches the shin, and then his face opens up as it has in the past and scans the powder.
It appears to be powder.
You better not just
It
tell
appears
us
to be a
it's
sleeping powder.
Yeah.
I would suggest not smelling it.
Not inhaler kits.
This
Yeah.
is a refined mixture made of several fungal entities, which causes immediate. It's a sleeping powder. However, I can.
What
I
did we
can-
just tell you?
I can point out that it is level 6, and
It's a cipher?
and will last for 10 hours. If
Oh.
Is there any way to wake someone up after they've inhaled it?
That's basically what I'm hoping for. Is there an antidote? Because the boy sniffed it.
I see. An antidote would be possible, as would any effect that purifies or purges a system of unwanted narcotics.
Someone give me an XP.
I don't have
Stat.
an XP to give.
Unfortunately, simply understanding what this substance is made of does not give me the chemical knowledge to create an antidote.
Well, you're just.
I would have to
used.
experiment on the child,
Done.
which I think-
don't think
Do
that's
it.
a good idea.
which I think we should just wait 10 hours instead.
Yeah, I mean, we know he's
Yeah.
going to wake up in 10 hours.
Yeah, that
better than
sounds
knowing
good.
That he's in a coma for the rest of his life, unlife, whatever you call it.
Although he is a child, he has limited metabolism.
Oh, God damn it, Ben. Fucking hate
10
you so
hours is a
much.
guess. He will wake up eventually, unless his tiny heart gives out.
I like those odds.
Under the administrations of Nye, I'm sure he will survive.
Okay, well,
Yes. If it wouldn't immediately kill him, I'm sure he'll be fine.
Just pay attention to the colors of the tips of his nose and fingers.
Of course.
They start going purple. No.
We got a nopal.
Our records then, are we in a safe spot to just camp for 10 hours? And
No, you're right next to the bandit camp, which
Oh.
you can still hear some bandits fighting skeletons.
Yeah, we should just go.
yeah, I mean, we could probably follow our tracks back to our camp, to where we were, right back to the road, so we don't get lost.
Yeah, you can. You know exactly how you got here.
Cool.
You were following tracks here. You can follow your tracks and those tracks back.
Or do we want to go fuck with the skeletons?
I don't want to fuck with the skeletons.
That's a resounding no from everyone.
Okay.
You guys, do you guys just want to camp and wait 10 hours for Milo to wake up?
Why don't we just go? Like, where were we going before this?
I mean, yeah, we
Next
were
city,
just walking. I can
Asimid.
carry him.
Yeah, we were
Oh, yeah,
going
New
to
City.
the library. Yeah.
Yeah, library place.
You won't make it there today. It'll take more than one day, which means you will have to camp. However, Milo, you will have traveled like a 10-hour day, and Milo will be waking up just in time for everyone else to go to bed.
Great. I'll spend some
Don't
time
bomb and pray,
praying.
get you little shit. Yeah!
You don't own me. Okay.
Otto brings up a valid point.
Hmm?
Otto brings up a valid point. If Milo is going to be performing his human ceremonies, he should perhaps not do them alone.
That's the whole point of them, though.
He'll just need to be more careful.
I am not a betting robot, but if I was,
Fuck off, you're not.
I would not bet on Milo being particularly careful, given my experience with him.
It's fine. I'll never die.
Until you
Until
do.
my time is ready, you know. So, is this a good time to take a break?
Yeah.
Yeah, after 20 minutes of play, sure, no problem.
It's top of the hour.
guys a new a nano library. It is now night. Those of you who haven't been sleeping all day need to sleep.
Do I have to sleep?
Nah, man.
No? Okay.
You've been sleeping all day.
But okay, I get that, but unconscious isn't sleep. Is it a condition where I sleep, or is it a condition where I'm
It was sleep. It put you asleep.
Okay.
It put you to sleep, not just like coma.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna modify my sheet then so that I get rid of everything that I had previously. Except for the mass nodule. I still have that.
That's the thing you found.
Yep. And my armband. I don't have an artifact or an oddity anymore. Guys, we need to find an artifact for me.
So it is night. What's the plan? Last time you guys just sort of casually slept at night, one of you got kidnapped.
Well, does anyone explain what's happened after I wake up, or do I just like wake up and everyone's asleep and I'm like,
I mean, I think we fill you in.
You'll wake up before they go to bed by a few hours.
okay. I'm just like, oh, well, I mean, okay. Where did we get our artifact from? Did it have any sort of value to us whatsoever, or like, because we started with it, so.
Which thing?
The artifact that we had.
The oddity.
Oddity, sorry. I had an armband.
Yeah, your armband?
Yeah, I don't have it anymore, clearly, but...
Yeah, it was gifted to you.
By
your mentor.
So maybe I'm immensely saddened at the fact that my armband's gone, and I didn't get a chance to retrieve it. But other than that, I don't know. What can I do at night now that I don't... Can I try and force myself to sleep? Can I use a sleeping powder again?
Let's do it again.
Yeah,
I gotta get back on the same sleep schedule as everybody.
if you huffed it again, you would sleep for 10 hours.
Which would be enough to put me to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, but you'd be definitely asleep for 10 hours. Like, if anything happened, you wouldn't be able to wake up.
Like the bandits come back or something, or more skeletons.
Okay. What's
I
the
mean, it's your
normal...
call. If you want to just get back on a normal sleep schedule, like, and also take 2 doses of a narcotic in one day, I'm sure that won't give you a habit.
Yo, getting me addicted to sleeping powder? That'd be the weirdest thing ever. Just be like, man, I'm fucking, I need my dose, man.
Yeah, just done for 10 hours.
Sleep for 10 hours.
I can't sleep without it, dude. Okay. Well, what's our normal watch habits in this group?
You haven't had any.
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
haven't set watch any of the
I
times.
think I we should probably start doing that.
I mean, I'm up.
Sleeping tends to have bad repercussions for us.
As long as you guys... How far are we out from the town?
You are now 2 days worth of travel away from.
Okay, as long as you guys are cool with me, like sleeping in the caravan on the way, I don't mind staying up during the nights and doing watch. The full moon's over, so I don't need to do my brain skull, man. I don't even have that skull anymore, so you know, I don't mind doing this. How do we know that we've got more powers?
You don't yet, really. I mean, narratively, it's not just like you suddenly have more power, but as you, the idea is that you have this ability all along, but it's not until you gain more understanding of the world through experience that you are able to utilize it.
Like maybe I just use this time to just like, I don't know, study, if like also keep watch, but also just sort of like consult my little journal that I've been keeping about things, you know, to you know, come up with a way to do that stuff.
Maybe you like go and crawl around in Ben's cart, and there's lots of little spaces, and you're like, I'm sure I can fit in here, and then you get in, and it's like, hey, wow, I can.
No, I don't mean that.
All along.
I mean, like I spent XP on that skill, right? I mean, that makes sense to me. But I'm talking mostly about like my tier 2
Your necromancy, yeah.
Because the necromancy thing is like. That doesn't seem like that doesn't seem like a thing that I would just be like.
You're not really gonna figure it out until you interact with a corpse, like the next time. You know what I mean? Like, So
Maybe-
next time you try and
okay.
breed a corpse, you'll probably get the sense that you could bring it back to life, maybe.
I like the idea that if I still had a skull, I'd be like, bling! And then I'd be like, oh, this skull's alive now. That's weird.
And a wreckage. I don't know if you want to like retcon this or whatever, but when we came up out of the ground, did we see any trace of the blue silver light thing?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, would you have told me about that as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'll
We
keep
told
an...
you.
Maybe I'll just, I'll be...
Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't
So
suspect
you
it'd
guys,
be following
you guys
us, but-
sleep with Milo on watch.
I mean, the alternative is me trying to sleep and being less useful. So
You guys, everybody marked that you got the full amount of rest that you needed.
including me.
Well, you did when you woke up from 10 hours of forced sleep.
Oh, okay. So that still counts.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, great. I'll roll my four rolls then.
Well, you wouldn't have gotten the first 3 because you didn't like relax before going to bed. You passed out, so you only got your 10-hour really.
Okay, then I'll just say that's 7 then. That's fine.
All right.
4. Okay, I'm 1 off being completely full, so it's not that bad anyway. So.
Yeah, I'm all the way full, so I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Milo, roll me perception difficulty 3.
I have the skill train, so I'll go down to 2.
Sure.
There you
go. Just before dawn, while it's still dark out.
Yeah, I'm just sitting on a rock, swinging my legs, being a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm bored.
Just before dawn. Just before dawn, while it's still dark out, you see. You're not looking at it in the right direction at first, but out of the corner of your eye, you see blue and silver light, and you remember what they said, and you turn, and you see. What appears to be a cloak of blue and silver, hovering off the ground, blowing in the desert breeze, and where a man's head would be, there is a purple flame.
Okay, I was about to say, is this like a sort of like almost like a Doctor Strange sort of cloak, or like?
Yeah, basically exactly that. It's a cloak with no body, and where a head would be is a purple flame.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I just walk up to it and be like, hello.
As you try and approach it, it winks out of existence and appears further along.
Yeah, I just keep following it, man.
As you get close to it, it winks out of existence and appears further along.
Yeah, I stand where I am, and I try and converse with it.
It's quite far away. You say hello?
Yeah, I have a linguistic skill. Like, clearly it doesn't have a fucking mouth, right?
Right. Yeah, you don't get a response.
So, okay. I want to... Yeah, I sit down and just sort of... How long does it stay there?
It stays at distance, unmoving.
Okay.
Ko.
Yes.
Ven pokes you.
What is it, Ven?
A Milo appears to be interacting with a ghost.
God damn it.
Had one jump.
I roll out of my sleeping stuff, whatever. Grab my hammer.
Fucking
trounce,
Milo.
trounce over towards Milo.
I mean, you can already see the blue silver figure I've already described.
Yeah, when you walk over to me, I'm
It's before dawn, so it lights up a significant portion of the sort of unlit desert.
So if you walk over to me, I've got my journal out and I'm drawing it, essentially,
Yeah.
in the journal, you know, like
What's it been doing?
Well, mostly just standing there.
It doesn't feel threatening, does it?
I think honestly it's trying to lead us somewhere. Because I followed it a couple of times and it just keeps, you know, going a little further off. Is it like, maybe in the times that I've, you know, had it blink out of existence and go somewhere else, is it heading in a cardinal direction or is it just going wherever it wants?
It's going like basically further away from you in exactly the direction it was away from the camp.
Okay, so it's
like you walk up to it and it goes exactly that out in that direction.
So I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna circle around, like as far as I can to the left, and then come at it from the left. Where does it blink to?
It blinks further away from the camp in the exact direction that it's blinked away from before.
Okay.
So it's still traveling in a straight line.
Yep. So it's probably trying to lead us somewhere.
I'll yell over to Milo. Should I get everyone else up?
Thumbs up in the air. I just sit back down and keep drawing it.
All right. Stay put, and I'll run back to camp and start rousing everyone.
Yeah, you rouse those people.
Rouse them good.
Yeah.
You're roused.
Consider yourself roused.
I've been roused.
So I'm assuming you explain what happened to us.
Yeah.
So I think I would go, well, I guess, should we follow it?
It seems to be leading us somewhere. It's not just flashing around all willy-nilly. It's going in the same direction. And it doesn't seem harmful. Like it hasn't made any threatening moves or actions.
Is it leading us the way we were going or a different direction?
It's leading you off the road.
Are they going like back towards where the bandits were, or off the other side?
Off the other side.
Okay. I don't mind following it then, if no one else does.
Well, I just want to point out, Phil says, that from your story, it sounded like it led you out of the bandits' place in the first place.
Right.
I mean, that's mark in its favor.
That's what I think. Like I said, it hasn't made a single threatening move towards us yet.
How close can you get to it before it moves?
About 10
like,
feet.
Oh, okay, I was going to say about 20 feet, but yeah. So it doesn't really even necessarily want to be near us, but it seems to be leading us somewhere, and I think it's worth following because I've never seen anything like this before.
Wait, sorry, how far was it?
It lets you get about 10 feet close
Cool,
to it before disappearing.
I'm gonna scan it.
Nice. Get fucked, Gregor.
Oh no!
I mean, it literally gives me the information he wants to give me. So you know, he could just be like, "Yeah, it's a cloak with a flame head."
It's got a gun. It's got a sweet gun printed on the back.
Sweet gun.
Sweet gun. Nice gun.
Like a motorcycle and shit. It's awesome.
Like a gun. Yeah.
So you guys pack up camp and head towards it with the whole camp, or are you just running off right now, Monty, at first to go? Because it's several blinks away.
Yeah, if we're done sleeping and stuff, we pack up and head off, I guess.
I mean,
Alright.
I sleep in my bed, so I'm fine.
So Monty, you
Just
get
stand up.
like just before 10 feet away and try and scan it.
Yeah.
You smell ozone. Which you Ninth Worlders don't know is ozone.
I'm here
but
to tell you about the inappropriate use of aerosol cans.
So it smells like thunder.
It
Well,
was an
yeah, it
environmental
smells-
movie all along.
So it smells like what's left after electricity. It smells like energy, basically. It doesn't smell like any material. It makes the air around it smell like electricity passing through it.
Nothing else.
It's level 4.
Okay. We could probably kill it in a fight. Just saying.
I want to wear it. I want to wear it. I want to wear it.
Well, I think we need to make those types of determinations once we figure out where it's trying to take us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not setting the pace. It's waiting for us. So I suppose we can just follow it.
Yeah.
Are you guys?
Could I get as close as I can and try to see it?
Yeah. You see it. That's a good analogy. It looks like what light looks like to you, which is to say, the way that you see things, we've established you can see different colors, you can see the texture of things, and you can also see whether or not it is lit or unlit, regardless of your inability to see the actual thing.
Mm-hmm.
But rather than just being something that is lit by light, it looks like what like open flame looks like to you, like something that actually makes light. That's
The
what
cloak itself does?
Yes, the whole thing.
Mm.
The whole thing glows. The whole thing is outputting light. It's not just the flame in the head. And the whole thing disappears and reappears. So you guys want to follow it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess so.
We get a side shot, like Arabian Night style, where you get the really long cinematic view of the desert.
Mhm.
And we can see your guys traveling, perhaps with firelight, since it's still before dawn. You can just see the sun, like the orange coming over the horizon. And we just watch for a while as the blue light disappears as you get close to it and appears further along. And that happens like 30 times. And the sun is rising when finally it comes to a ridge. And when you get close enough to it, it disappears, and you don't see it reappear. But if you approach the ridge and look past it, the ridge is a small divot, and in that divot is a flowing stream. And in the center of that stream is a large, ornate, metallic structure.
Ooh. Like, is it tall, meaning large, or like?
Wide.
I would say it's about the width and size of a 2-story house. However, it is sort of curved at the base and trapezoidal overall.
Mm-hmm.
Water flows around it in both directions. It's just sort of in the middle of the stream.
How fast
Is it not on an island? It's just something that's in the water. Is that what
It's
you're
just
saying?
in the water, yeah. It's not
Okay.
on an island.
How fast is the water flowing?
It's flowing pretty fast, but it's also only like a foot deep. It's one of
Okay.
those streams where it's like there's a lot of movement, but not a lot of water.
And not a lot, so it's not very deep. Like, it's not like if we tried to walk out to the thing, it wouldn't like sweep us away.
No, yeah, you would all be fine, even Milo.
Okay. Does it look like there's any type of entrance or windows, or is it like a solid structure?
It has many lines and features around it. It has colorings and markings, but there is no obvious windows or doors. However, do you actually walk up to it?
I mean, I would if no one's going to do that. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely walking up to this
I
thing.
mean, we've come
Yeah,
this far.
I need a
Yeah.
perception check from everybody, difficulty 3.
okay. Again, I'm trained in it. So
Me too.
Oh!
All right, so Milo, you see everything that there is to see. The first thing you see as you approach this is that strewn about on the banks of the stream and in the water, sort of in the wake of the device, are dead crabs.
so there must be ants here. I watched Planet Earth. Oh, what's up?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about. There are sort of,
Okay.
in fact, you see that there are living crabs in the stream. Sort of put in your mind, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean: World's End, where they had those like stone-like crabs that were literally like rocks that could fold out from a stone.
Never watched it.
Yeah, they're sort of like desert crabs.
Okay.
Like they have very like gray, rocky shells. They're not red like ocean crabs. And they sort of are picking the stream for food, and then strewn all about this device or entity or monument are dead crabs. As I said, the features of the monolith are marked and uniform. You cannot tell a door or a window. However, you do find a square hole on one side that goes in. And you get a pretty good look at it too. It goes in about 2 inches, and inside has things poking into the gap and coming out of the gap.
So it's like a keyhole then, yeah.
Like a keyhole.
Okay.
A very big keyhole.
Well, no, it's 2 inches deep, but it's only about.
Is it like
an inch across?
Okay.
That's still pretty big.
I just realized I would be the best at picking locks.
You would be
Yeah.
the best at picking locks.
I'd be great at picking locks because I can just see it.
Yeah.
Why am I not a thief character? Holy shit.
I mean, you're already a charisma character. Just get wrapped up in crime.
There we
okay.
go. Someone introduced me to some criminals.
How likely is it? So you said I can't find any doors, but I can find a keyhole.
Yep.
What about ciphers? Can we find any from this?
No, you're 20. I'll also give you that it is incredibly old. This is not something that has been newly constructed. It is completely intact. It has no wounds or gaps where bits of pieces of machinery are hanging off, and there's no detritus around it either.
Okay, so there's no chance of finding ciphers.
None.
But I got a 20.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Okay, well, I guess if I had to have my major effect, it would be something along the lines of like.
They have a hide a key.
Can I work out why there's?
This rock's clearly made of plastic. Oh, there's a key under it.
I mean, is that something like that? It's worth asking. Okay. Can I work out where these crabs are coming from and why they're here?
Yeah, they live in the stream and they eat the stream. They eat sediment out of the stream.
Okay.
You can see them doing it in places where they aren't dead.
Is there a reason why they're dead? Can I see
No,
that?
well, you can't. So there are corpses strewn about this.
Can I
monolith.
ask a crab?
No. There are corpses strewn about the monolith, but there are
Can
living.
you ask a dead crab?
But there are living. There are living crabs passing through that area just fine.
Okay.
Like the corpses are all near the monolith, but right now the other crabs don't care. Like they're not being killed by being near it. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Maybe
Is there?
just like,
So I'm trying to work out what to use my major here on, right? So, is there? Can I like? It's not damaged in any way. You said it's old, right? So is it like?
It's old. But it's
Is it?
completely intact.
Is it like? You know how you get like an old building and it looks like it's been weathered and stuff like that. Is there anything like that here?
It is weathered. Like it is, like the.
Because I'm imagining like a big fucking metal pole,
It's not a pole.
like the Washington
trapezoidal.
Monument almost.
It's more trapezoidal. It's actually very wide. It's much wider than it is tall.
Okay.
And it happens to be completely aligned with the stream, so that the water is flowing along it lengthwise. Otherwise, it could easily block the entire stream if it was oriented the other way.
gotcha.
It is black metal, and there are markings on it. I will give you for your 20 that some of these markings are newer than other markings. They're sort of painted on, and they too are weathered.
Markings as in like messages, or markings as in like notes, or like, you know how like, okay,
Pictures,
so-
pictograms
okay.
at best.
so give like, you know how
In fact-
when you go through when woodcutters go through a forest and they go through and they mark the trees that they want to cut down and all that
It's
sort of
not like
stuff.
anything like that. These are completely. In fact, you have a linguist skill. These aren't communicating anything. They're just pictures. However, to the interest of Nye, the sun is depicted many times.
Oh.
So
Is it like graffiti? Is that what you're talking like? It just looks
Well,
like
I'm saying
lots of
there's-
different
there are
people have
markings-
painted different things.
So there are markings that are part of the actual thing, and then these ones are clearly painted on, and much newer.
okay, with my, I know what I don't want to do with my major. The ghost that led us here,
Yeah.
Could I have seen how it interacted with this thing?
It didn't. It never reappeared after you saw it.
What do you mean?
It brought you to the ridge where you could see this thing and never.
And then we never saw it again. Yeah.
It never reappeared.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking we might need to do. We might need to wait for the sun to hit a particular thing point in this. So if there's a way that we could... Because I'm thinking this door might only open certain times of the year, right? Because you know how... it might be one of those... What do they call it? I was watching a space show about it before. But ideally, I'm thinking that the sun needs to go down this hole.
Oh, like on a solstice type thing.
Yeah, like a solstice. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and then the comet shows up.
Yeah, then the comet shows up.
Ha 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 ha.
So, is there a way that we can like fake that in some way? Maybe like try to set up something to like sort of almost reflect light into it so that it looks like it's a solstice to try and get the door to open earlier.
Anything reflective?
What was that?
Do you have anything reflective?
I mean, I have a sword.
You do. Is that sufficiently reflective? I mean, it's not a mirror.
Okay.
It's not a mirror sheen. It's a piece of metal.
I mean, we have a dude with a shop who will charge us to access these things, most likely. But
maybe we can just get him to lend us something. Like, hey, can we borrow a mirror real quick?
Why are you asking me out of character?
Well, I'm talking to Dave right now, out of character.
I mean, sure. I don't think.
How reflective are the skyfish scales? Could we use one of those?
They reflect rainbow, though. You guys, it sounds like you guys are going for trying to mimic the sun down this hole.
Mm-hmm.
So what you really want is like a perfect mirror.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I wouldn't ask him.
Have we tried like searching around the whole place?
I mean, I got a 20. You know,
Yeah, you've walked around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing. Like, you're not just looking at one side, and I'm like, oh, I got you. You didn't say you checked the other side. The other side has a door. You guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I mean, I assume because we got a 20, we've seen everything that we can see reasonably without.
I literally told you everything that you could possibly see about it.
Yeah. So my inclination is sun down the hallway, and this ghosty guy might have like tried to find the closest adventurers he could because it's nearing solstice. So maybe we can speed it up by reflecting sun down there. I don't know.
Could I get close to the hole and see if like there's like things for a key, or if there is like a little like thing where like light would be able to go in?
Yeah, if you check, and I'll piggyback off this 20, it looks more like a key than some sort of receptacle for light. It looks like a very square key, but it does look more like a thing with
Does anyone have any sort of carving skill?
We could whittle a key.
I mean, you have perfect insight as to what this internal mechanism looks like. So theoretically speaking, it wouldn't be hard.
Ven leans down to Nye and taps her on the shoulder. Someone is approaching.
Quickly kill him.
They have the key. Get them.
From where?
The opposite direction that we approached this device.
Is it Doctor Strange?
Maybe Ven shouldn't tell the person that can only see 10 feet. That
Yeah, does someone else want to see who it is?
I'll look around and see if I can see.
If you, the thing is, you can't see anything because there's a ridge divot to this stream.
Right.
You can't see out of the divot.
I'll climb up to the top of the ridge.
There are 8 people in yellow robes approaching. They carry bags of fruit and vegetables, and like water skins, and one of them even has like a dried ham, analog like slinged over their shoulder, and they're talking casually as they approach the stream. They haven't noticed you.
Wait, like meat? Like actual meat?
Cured.
And they have some salted pork.
Yeah, we should mug these guys.
We should kill them.
This might be their house.
They're heavily armed, by the way. One of them has like a 2-handed battle axe. Another guy is like decked out in Numenera.
Do they look like the bandits that we saw earlier?
No.
Okay. All right.
Do you come back and tell us that?
Yeah, I'm gonna come back and tell them. I'll say, hey, there's people headed this way. Maybe if we conceal ourselves, they might be headed.
Fuck that. Let's just talk to them.
Well,
What if this is where they live and we're just trying to break into their home?
Then they can invite us in and fucking cook us a meal.
Concealing ourselves and watching as they enter is probably going to be even more suspicious.
Yeah, let's just go talk to them. Come on, guys. Don't be so suspicious of literally everyone you meet, like I'm supposed to be.
I was literally told to be suspicious of people with Numenera before we left.
So you guys, what are you guys going to do? Because as I stated, this stream is sort of in a divot. They won't see you at all until they get to the ridge.
Oh,
do you want to peek up on the ridge and be like, hi first, or do you want to be like near the thing when they show up?
Does Ven have any crab costumes we could buy from him?
Do you ask?
No, I never talked to Ven. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Well, I suppose we could talk to them and see if maybe they know what this is or they live here. Or...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Otter just adjusts Phil on her hip, and she starts walking towards the ridge.
Yeah, I think we should probably climb up and meet them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Having them looking down on us.
Let's just say right now, guys, don't mention the ghost. It might be like a trigger or something for them. So
that's a good idea.
That sounds fair.
So you guys crest the ridge. As you guys start cresting the ridge, their demeanor, those of you who can see more than 10 feet away,
so none of
their
us.
demeanor changes immediately, and they stop sort of jovially chatting with each other, and those of them that are carrying food in certain ways adjust how they're carrying it so that they have a hand on their weapons.
Reasonable response.
And the guy that has the two-handed battle axe, who also isn't carrying any food, moves out in front of the group towards you all, as the rest of their group sort of comes to a halt about 20-ish feet away. He sort of comes out in front, and he's got a hand sort of on his battle axe, sort of lazily. He sort of approaches silently and doesn't say anything at first.
I wave.
I go, what does he do?
I think that was my phone underneath my mic. Sorry.
Who are you people? What are you doing here?
We're just travelers. We were wondering what this place was.
It's a stream.
With a giant monument in the middle of it.
Do you know anything about this building?
It's none of your concern.
I mean, we're just interested, friend. There's no need to be so...
Noned! He snaps. And a sort of small-looking member of the party comes forward.
Oh, a play date. I like it.
Noned. And Noned comes up to this guy, and he whispers something. And then Noned walks up to you, and the guy with the two-handed battle axe says, we will pay you each 5 shins to vacate the facility, this area immediately.
Shins.
What a shins.
All right.
5, 10, 20, that's 25 shins altogether.
Yeah, I'd sort of look at them and it's like, how about you invite us inside and we have a meal with you?
No.
That's not very courteous.
Accept the money and leave.
Why do you want us to leave so badly? We're
I'm
not
not
doing
telling
anything.
Who are you people?
Real monks wouldn't be this mean.
We are monks.
Well, we're intruding on their home. We shouldn't be so rude.
I'm not being rude. I just want to know. Start acting like a kid, in case you're wondering.
We're sorry. If you'd like us to leave, we can leave.
No! I want to know.
So we're out here traveling, and the boy here, he's very curious. That's all this is. We're not trying to steal anything or hurt anybody. In fact, we enjoy meeting new people.
Gregor scowls for a second and he says, all right, a compromise. You can satisfy your curiosity from the ridge of the riverbank, but no closer.
Does that seem fair?
I like, hey, mister.
Like tugging on his cloak. Hey.
What does the sun mean on the side of the the big building?
It is not a sun. It is a personification of the vortex.
What's the vortex?
We worship the vortex. The vortex is the source of all power in the universe.
I really like the moon. I like point to the moon stuff on my cloak, and I'm like, and she really likes the sun. And I point to Nye, and I'm just like,
we have no concern for you and your heretical beliefs.
I mean, there's enough room in the universe for all of us, isn't there?
Accept the money, get to the riverbank, or there's going to be problems.
Like what?
No, we don't want any problems. It's fine.
When you say like what, he unclips his battle axe and lets it swing to his side.
So, do I understand any of what they're saying?
Yeah, no, they're not speaking that one language. They are speaking
common.
Yeah, common.
Yeah.
When he like pulls off the battle axe, I get in between the two parties, like with my hands up.
You know what I actually do? When you do that, I'm just like, it's like, oh, God, do we have an accord like right now where, you act as my parents or whatever? Is that the story that we're going with?
Yeah.
Everyone just assumes it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the moment that you do that, I'm just like, Mom, what about the ghost?
Look, there's no need to pull out weapons or fight or anything like that. We were just wandering. We found a place that, like many places are in this world, abandoned, and we're just checking it out.
Enough words. Accept the deal, or there'll be trouble.
Fine, we accept.
All right, move aside, please.
All right, I'll start headed towards the ridge. I'll grab Milo and come on, son.
No.
Not everyone in this world is as nice as us.
Nanid.
Bam. Shots fired.
Nanid counts out 25 shins into your hand, Nye, if you let him.
Oh, that's a guy's name? Oh.
Nanid, the small one.
That was a girl.
That's the only name you've heard so far because the big battle axe guy called him Nanid.
I take 20 and like give 5 back to him. I don't need shins. You can keep these.
Blessings of the vortex upon you. And he sort of does a curt nod and then heads back to the group, which sort of gives you a wide berth as it moves back down into the riverbed. Then they move up to where that hole is. And they start like doing a ritual. Like there's praying and nodding, and they sort of drop their things, and lots of hand gestures.
All right. Is there a way that I can sort of memorize this with linguist or something like that? Maybe.
It's very straightforward. Like it seems that there's lots of calls and responses. Like, hey, Vortex, you're awesome. Yeah, the Vortex is awesome, says everybody. Kneel, bow, kneel, bow.
Hey, Vortex, you like him? Yeah, right.
Vortex.
Anyway, they're doing all that shit, and then eventually the guy with the battle axe reaches into his cloak. He pulls out a square, rod, inserts it into the hole, and a section of the wall disappears.
Quickly jump him.
They all grab their things and hurry inside, and the door disappears again.
There. That's their home.
Need to get inside. That looks cool.
I want to get inside.
I want to get inside too.
I mean, no one's that defensive for no reason.
The entire monument disappears with a bang.
Fuck.
Oh.
What?
I walk up and try to like
it exploded or just vanished?
It disappears with like the bang. You guys don't know this. The bang is because a thing of that size disappeared and created a vacuum.
Oh,
it's
it
like
literally just
yeah.
wasn't there
it sounds a
anymore.
lot like
away.
someone sticking
Got
their
it, okay.
hand in a bag of chips and rustling it around next to a microphone. So thanks.
God damn it, Dave. There's a bang and it's gone, and you guys can see that where it was riverbed, and the water starts pouring over it again.
There's a bunch of recently killed crabs underneath where it was.
Is there like a? Okay, that's really annoying.
But there's excellent, convenient narrative news.
Okay, give it to me.
When they finished their ritual and then hurriedly grabbed their things and rushed back in, one of them left a satchel.
Ooh.
Gimme.
I passed the shins out to everybody, so each of you gets 5.
I'm not giving a fuck about the shins right now, man. I'm going for that bag.
The satchel is it's a personal satchel.
Perfect.
It has script in it, so several pieces of script, which is the name for paper in Numenera. It has a corked inkwell, a device for writing, which isn't quite a quill, and a journal.
Yeah, I'm reading that shit, man. I'm fucking knowing about his like first love and that shit.
Are you going to the start, or are you going to where it's bookmarked?
Bookmarked.
The bookmark has a map in it.
Nice.
The map has the surrounding area. As far as you can tell, you see the ridged stream. You see an X, and you see the X is marked with a date, and the date is 3 days ago. Then it's marked with another date, today, and it's marked with a time, roughly now.
As in, like, that's when we were going to show up?
Maybe as in that's when they were supposed to return, and they've been here for 3 days.
Maybe. Okay.
There are other maps with other locations, and there's always a start date and an end date, and a start time and an end time.
Okay. When's the next one?
The next one is somewhere you don't recognize, and the next one is somewhere you don't recognize. But in 10 days, there is another mark upstream, several miles.
Okay. Well, what about...
So it's like a map of where they're going and when they'll get there. I mean, we could always just wait for them.
We could, but that would be really we would be like... No, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, we would seem like we're ambushing him then, wouldn't we?
But
I mean...
they dropped their thing, and you need to give it back to them.
Like it's a way.
We could just be like, oh, we're just simple adventurers again.
Well, no, it's like.
I loved the way Doc did the like
Yeah.
shifty eyes there. We're
Well,
just simple adventurers.
No, it's a way to maybe get in their good graces.
I mean, I would think that people are fucking hunting me if, you know.
Well, look, we pick up the bag and we don't tell them that we. So, all right, I'll do this in character. So I have an idea. We know where they're gonna be in about 10 days, right? So
Yeah.
if we show up,
I mean, I shake my head. I'm like,
or we have
yeah.
an idea, but if we show up there, we don't have to tell them that we looked through their journal to figure this out. We can just say, listen, the last time we saw you, it looked like you were in a hurry to get into your thing here.
Let's assume a couple of things, right?
Let's drop the bag.
Let's say that they know where they're going. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What if they can see in advance what's in the area? And let's say that they see us just chilling. What then? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're in the area and they drop down and be like, "Hey, why are you guys waiting for us?" What then?
Because we're curious.
The kid wouldn't shut up about your doorway. That can only work for so long.
I mean, we could just follow the river.
Yeah, I mean, we could say, look, we're just following the river, and poop, you popped up again.
What are the odds?
I mean, I would rather next time they come out, we jump them and just see what's inside. Because why would a ghostly visage with a flaming skull come visit us and drag us here?
Note, it did not have a skull. It was just a flame.
Shut up, robot. Thanks, Captain Obvious. But you know what I'm saying, right? There's something more going on here than
no, we have to get in this thing. I 100% agree.
Okay. All right. So what now then?
It would actually take you, if you followed the stream, according to the map, it would probably take you 3 days to get to that location.
Okay.
So you would have a whole week to just wait.
So how far are we from the city with the library then at this point? Have we gone the opposite direction from it now?
You haven't gone in the opposite direction from it. In fact, it's marked on the map. It's not in the direction you want to head, though. It's in a different location. And as a matter of fact, there's a note that says in the direction they went or came from is a village. And the note says, get supplies from this village.
I mean, is it worth checking out the village? We've got like a week, basically. Is it worth checking out the village?
So if you went to the village is... These exact cardinal directions aren't accurate, but I'm just going to use this as an example. If the river runs north to south, then the village from you is northeast. So you could travel to the village and then travel up to the point, and you would add time to your travel, but you would be stopping at the village that they stopped at.
Sure. I mean, we could certainly get some more, maybe we get some information about these folks from the people of the village. They might know who they are, what they're like.
I mean, they definitely stand out. Someone had to have seen them.
Oh, sure. Those bright yellow cloaks, big battle axe.
Grumpy demeanor.
Yeah.
Shitty outlook on life. They follow Swirl. No one likes the Swirl.
The vortex.
Call it whatever you want. It's heresy.
Religion.
The only thing that makes sense in this world is every day a sun comes up and every night the sun disappears. And
there's a moon.
Yeah. Sure, man. Whatever you want.
So, is there a particular reason we want to follow these people?
Because the ghost.
That ghost brought us here.
You don't want to find out how they teleported? I mean, that's pretty amazing.
I know that... This is Phil. I know that we are not telling the robot, but this is super interesting. Wink, wink.
I find it very... Phil, you can't just say wink, wink.
I don't have eyes anymore.
I know you don't have eyes.
I don't have eyes anymore.
And whose fault is that?
Not mine. I'm sure I did everything right. I can't remember it, though.
You're a pretty shitty brain, Phil.
Whoa. I am way smarter than you, Co.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
trivia off right now. Go. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I win.
They seem,
I'm going to say, all in favor for headed to the village and seeing if we can find out about these monks.
Raise your hand.
I raise my hand.
Well, clearly you didn't.
Hand.
No, I don't see a hand.
Right now.
I don't see a hand.
I'm doing it. Look.
I don't see a hand.
The village is a very halfway step, right? Like, we aren't committing to being there when they show up if we go to the village. So we just go to the village and ask around and see what obviously, like, weirdos, maybe they robbed the village instead of just buying supplies, in which case, we could go get the village's stuff back.
Well, we're assuming a lot.
Well, we don't have to assume anything because we can go find out.
I'd kind of like to visit the library, but the village is closed.
And if we go to the village and it turns out everything is fine, then all we've done is put a few days between us and going to the library.
Okay.
All right.
So do you guys head to the village?
Sure.
Yeah.
It takes 3 days.
Do I get my sleeping schedule back in order?
Do you want to, or do you want to be watch?
I mean, how useless does that make me during the day?
I mean, I'd have to keep carrying you while you sleep.
No, it's fine. We can do the usual, like, we set up a watch schedule and, like, have a thing that we do. And
I think Ko would probably be used to taking night's watch, so he can do it.
Okay.
All of it.
All of it.
So you guys travel there, and during the time, he's on the second day. While you're traveling during the day, in the distance, you see a field of towers that are. At first, you don't think anything about it.
Mhm.
You're going up on a ridge, and so you see this field on the one side of the ridge, or it's more like a hill, right? And you see this field of towers on the one side of the ridge, and at first you don't think anything about it. You travel for a few more hours, and you realize that all the towers are moving.
Okay. Well, I mean, are we still going in the right direction, though?
Yeah, this is a totally different thing. You're just seeing a field of towers that are slowly moving in unison off in one direction.
Right.
Well, that's pretty interesting. Does anybody else find that really interesting?
I mean, I've never seen anything like that.
Me either.
I don't think I have.
Nah, you've never seen anything. I got the joke. I'm a brain in a jar.
Wow, that was really, really mean, Phil. What the hell?
Can't just say that.
What's wrong with
so
you?
we can talk about how I don't have arms or limbs or eyelids anymore. But
Yeah, but you can't be
talk about
offended. So,
Well, I can't. I'm a human.
You're a brain. You have no feelings. We all know the emotions come from the diaphragm.
I still have feelings. Maybe there's a robotic diaphragm in here.
I doubt it. I really doubt it. I just keep walking.
I mean, okay, so are these towers like towards the village, or are they off somewhere else?
No, they're just, you can just happen to see them from this hill. They're not heading towards the village or away from it. They move very slowly, but they are moving.
So we could visit the towers on the way to the village?
Yeah, you could. It would probably take a whole day out of your trip to get down this hill and into that field, and then go up and inspect them, and then come back, presumably, assuming you come back. But
does the ghost does the ghost ever come back?
The ghost hasn't reappeared.
Okay. Good to know, I guess.
Also, they're moving so slow that if you went to the village, discovered that nothing was going on there, you could still come back to these and catch up to them.
Great.
Assuming they even continue to move forever.
Consider it done, Wreckage.
Going to the village?
Yeah.
All right. On the third night, you guys make camp in some grass. It's starting to get grassy as you head in this direction. And you fall asleep, but whoever is on watch at about midnight, the entire field of grass
turns into a man. Whoa.
The entire field of grass briefly turns translucent and starts glowing, and almost like fireflies come out and just raise into the sky.
Oh God, it's a Disney song.
Please
no, they just fuck off. Nobody starts singing. They just fuck off. All the little things fuck off into the sky, and then the grass turns back into normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool.
I'm asleep.
Okay.
I don't know who would be on
I'm
watch.
not sure either.
I mean, can I be on watch? Because I would like to draw that in my book. So
Yes, you absolutely can be on watch and draw that on your book.
great. I draw
It's
that in my
grass
book.
with some dots over it. And
Oh no, I mean I have crayons. Let's be real.
You make it to the village on the third day. You can see the village. The notebook calls it Jute.
Okay. I mean, I transcribe it into my notebook.
Jute. There it is.
Jute. It has
Nobody.
Yeah, I got it.
Good.
I got it. Tux,
I get it. You're trying to discourage me by not acknowledging me anymore. I get it. I have to do it more.
No, Tux, I'm not trying to discourage you. I just didn't find it funny. So it is it's a relatively small village. It has its own stream that heads off in different direction. From this distance, you can see that it probably also has a lake. It's shrouded by some trees. Did you just approach a village?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a village, right? We don't have to be fucking like hesitant to approach a village.
About it, right?
He's like,
Yeah.
We snuck into the village and spent our shins appropriately.
You guys caravan into the village at this point. You know, you got a cart and a robot and you know, 5
All
people in a
things.
brain and
5 people in brain walk into a village and they all hate us.
Oh.
It's just before mid-afternoon as you enter the village, and there's some hustle and bustle because people are there are other people coming into the village with you, like farmers with carts from the nearby fields who are wheeling in like vegetables and furs and etc. And nobody calls you out, but you get a couple looks. But they're all sort of going to the square in the center of town and setting up stalls, and you know, it's like market day.
Market day.
Fascinating. Let's go to the market.
Yeah. Let's see what's for sale.
I have cabbage.
The town smells like fish, but nobody's selling fish.
That's unfortunate.
Gross.
That is mighty unfortunate.
They are selling. There's someone who's selling some grains, and there's someone who's selling furs. Someone has come in with like pottery that they've made, and the villagers are out, and they are largely bartering. A couple of shins trade hands, but a lot of it is like, I'll give you this quilt for these furs that you have, so I can make another quilt. Like
I make a deodorant to cover the smell of the fish. How much quilts do I get for it?
You don't make a deodorant to cover the smell of the fish.
Okay, fine. If you want to ruin my life.
Ven mentions, I do not think I can get much value here.
You don't like quilts, Ven?
I have far superior fabrics for sale.
Cool.
Ooh. Could I trade my decent-sized silk?
You could, but what you would get is not as nice.
No, I want. What other things could I get? Can I like do the trade thing where I trade this for this, and then I trade what I get for something else, and at the end I've got like a telescope or something?
Or like
the thing is, nobody's trading Numenera. Nobody, like, they're trading goods. This is very much. This village is the epicenter for some farmers nearby, and basically this.
Oh, it's a farmers market.
Yeah, it's just market day.
Okay. Can I just buy some rations?
Absolutely. The lady who will give you rations is like, my, you look like some wealthy travelers. You should stay in the inn. Spend some more money.
Why? You never use money here anyway.
Oh, well, we could always use more shins. Every once in a while, travelers like yourself come through, and they're not so interested in trading a chicken for a hen.
Where's the inn?
It's right down that road, right there. It's run by the, well, I suppose the de facto mayor. You don't really have much of a...
I slam both my hands on the table, on the desk.
Ah!
I'm like, listen, lady, I'm willing to give you shins in exchange for information.
You gonna let your son talk to me like that, miss?
Milo, if you can just ask if you want to know something.
I want to know something, lady.
What do you want?
So, I hear that there were some sweet-looking monks in here a while back. Tell me about them.
You mean the people in yellow?
Yes, those ones.
Well, yeah, they came through here about a week ago now, asking. They spent quite a lot of money.
Actually, they were asking about you.
By the way, here's some yellow cloaks. It was us.
Can I tell you about our Lord Vortex Savior?
Hey, by the way, I'm posting a picture of what it looked like while they were doing the ceremony.
Oh boy.
Okay. Is it just a picture of like dancing dudes? Oh
boy.
You actually took this from something. I thought Wreckage was being imaginative, but he's not. He just took it from a book. What an asshole.
I'm always being imaginative.
It's a Numenera. Coolio.
But I definitely wanted you to see what the thing looked like.
Yeah, awesome.
Hard to describe a monolith.
It's hard to describe a monolith.
So she's like, yeah, they came through about a week ago. They spent graciously on supplies. They refused to speak to us otherwise, but they were gracious with their shins. They also refused to stay at the inn. They made camp outside the city limits.
Can you take us to the camp?
They packed it up and left. I can tell you where but it was just outside.
That'd be great.
It's okay, it's right over there.
I go right over there, Wreckage.
And you walk back out the city, it takes, 15 minutes. It's a patch of grass and a log.
Okay. There's an
obvious fire that was here a few days ago, like a fire pit.
Anything weird at all, maybe?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Alright.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Why did your son want to know about people who were here previously? What's going on?
We crossed them on the road. He's just very curious.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. They weren't as pleasant as you.
Fuck you, tell me. Pleasant.
So they just came and traded and then sort of left. Nothing. They were a little rude, so I was curious if they did anything while they were here.
I understand that there was something that happened at the inn. They were originally going to stay there. You should talk to Grail.
Grail. Okay.
She's the matriarch. She runs the inn around here. Perhaps she would know more about why they ultimately chose to camp outside the city.
Okay. All right, well, hopefully that'll sate his curiosity.
Guys, I feel like we should go to the inn.
Yeah. Seems like it.
How much for rations?
So you are getting because of the lack of shins around here, you are getting a great shin to ration deal here.
Okay, well, I lost all of my rations, so I'm gonna have to stock up here. So,
she has a total of 20 rations.
Do they have any like bows?
And she'll give them all to you for 4 shins.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. Do they have any bows and arrows here?
No.
They don't do hunting here?
No.
I mean, maybe you could ask someone selling wild birds.
Do they have a
like
fletcher
or
or anyone like here? Maybe someone who works with wood in that regard, or
everybody take 4 rations.
Neato, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't. There is nobody here, obviously selling fletching.
Damn it! If only I knew someone who could sell a bow.
Yeah. Bow and arrows, maybe like a razor disc shooter and razor discs.
I mean, like,
there's no hunters or anything here.
I know we're playing a fan. That's what I said. Like, there's no hunters, so like, you know.
They're all farmers. Do you ask about the lack of hunters?
I mean, sure.
Oh well, we raise our own chattel. There are no wild game out here, so there's no need for the bow and arrow. I think Tremel might have a bow and arrow, but he's the old he wasn't born here. He used to be an adventurer like you, but then he settled down.
I'm gonna go see that guy. He seems cool.
I'll go with Milo.
Well, Tremel is probably near the inn.
I go near the inn, but not in it. Near it. To Tremel. You guys can do what you like, but yeah.
The inn is a very well-made building compared to the other buildings. It's intricately wooden carved. It's 2 stories with the second story has a porch. And there are also tables set around outside. And as you guys approach, there is an incredibly old woman sitting at one of the tables with a sort of sun umbrella, and a also graying man, but not nearly as old. He's wearing chainmail armor that doesn't quite fit him anymore, and he's arguing with her.
Okay,
about something.
I walk up to him and like, hi.
I will say, what? Move along. Wait, I don't know you. You're not from here. What's going on?
Are you Tremel?
Yeah, who? What's it to you? Who told you?
I like sit on the ground, like cross-legged next to him. Is like, my name's Milo. I want to know if you know how to use a bow.
Yeah, I know how to use a bow.
Do you have a bow?
Excuse me, miss. Your kid is
really cool.
Me.
Oh my god, it's so cool.
Don't call me miss.
I wasn't talking to you, sir.
Sorry, he got it in his head. He got in his head that he wants a bow. So.
Oh well, he's not gonna find one around here except for mine.
Yeah, can I buy your bow?
No.
Why not? You don't.
Because I need it.
You don't.
It's the only bow
need
around
it.
here.
You don't use it.
Well,
I need it to defend the village. If I was allowed to defend the village, he says, pounding his fist on the table at the old woman again.
I'm with the old woman. You should sell your bow.
Why aren't you allowed to defend the village?
Good question.
Yeah. This bitch.
The old woman sort of shakes her head and says, Tremel is the only person left around here who knows how to fight. I can't afford you wandering off into the wilderness to take care of things that don't even really matter.
Oh, I can do that.
I'm certainly not sending a child out there either.
Oh, I'm more than a child.
Although,
he says, sitting cross-legged on the ground next to them.
I can only.
although
I'm
you're,
thinking how that would be one of the most terrifying things I could hear a child say. If a child walked up to me and said, "I'm more than a child," I would run away from that child.
Really?
although your guardians look like they can handle themselves.
Pal.
Yeah, we can.
What to do?
Tell me,
here?
travelers, do you have a place to stay tonight?
No.
We don't.
We've
coming
been
to check out the
recommended
inn.
to stay at the inn.
You're more than welcome to stay at the inn. But perhaps you could assuage Tremel in one of his concerns first. And in
Anything
exchange,
for a bow.
I'm not giving you my bow.
Why not? Come on, I'll pay you for it.
I don't need money. I need a bow.
Could you perhaps
what are the
make one?
concerns?
I don't know how to make a bow.
Wow.
What are Tremel's concerns, man?
Some villagers have gone missing recently.
Orange ones?
You might have noticed that we're having a market day here. And typically, we sell quite a wide variety of fish that we catch in the nearby lake.
Oh, that's what that smell is.
Yes. But unfortunately, our fishermen have gone missing. And there
Did they
are
fall in the river?
Well, it's a lake.
Did they fall in
Have
the
you
lake?
looked for them?
We looked for them, but we didn't find any sign of them. And, you know, the lake is slightly outside the influence of the village, somewhat within the wilderness. It can be dangerous out there. All sorts of things can come and go.
Like an alligator.
Tremel is insistent on going and finding whatever happened to them, but if it was a beast or a creature of some kind, it's much more important that Tremel stay alive and defending the village.
Which defending the village would involve probably tracking down whatever's eaten your fisherman. You're telling him to do his job by refusing to allow him to do his job.
Yeah, that's kind of
I
weird.
disagree, stranger. Defending the village is
I don't
defending
care.
the village, not wandering off into the wilderness and dying, and then leaving no one to defend the villagers.
Well, why is everyone relying on one old man to defend the village?
No one here knows how to fight, son.
But you could teach someone. I know how to fight, and I'm like 5 years old.
There are additionally no weapons here.
We know someone who
always
sells weapons. Just not bows.
I also sell bows.
No, you don't.
You didn't ask him.
He clearly doesn't sell any bows.
Well, I'm afraid we don't really have the finances to outfit and arm the village. I would ask that you're more than capable of taking care of yourselves. Would you please just hop down to the lake and make sure everything's fine?
I will. For a bow.
Your compatriot has bows.
I don't like him.
I need this bow.
And I need to continue to not like him.
Then how much for a bow?
What kind of bow?
Short bow.
Short bow? Nothing fancy?
Nothing fancy. Short bow, maybe 10 arrows.
6 shins.
Fucking shit, dude.
Sometimes I fucking hate this robot.
I know, right?
That is a more than fair price.
I suppose there are only 2 bows in the area.
2 bows
Here.
in existence.
I
Ever.
hand over 6 shins.
God damn it. Don't placate the man. I'm making a point here.
He hands you a nice short bow with 10 arrows.
Son of a
Here, Milo.
I'm only using it because you gave it to me, not because of this fucking idiot. Like, I don't, like, I'm...
Otter rolls her eyes.
Now, can we go find out what's eating these fishermen?
Probably other fish.
I think it's a good idea. Let's go check it out. Might as well. We've got time.
Thank you, kind strangers. You're much more courteous and generous than our last guests.
Well, who are they?
Wait.
What were your last guests?
Some cult of the vortex or something or other, wearing
those
orange cloaks.
Why were they mean?
Well, they insisted that they stay in the inn, but also that no one else be allowed in while they stayed.
They seem like poo brains.
They were quite rude. I informed them that several people live in the inn and that we often entertain the village gentlemen in the evening.
Wait, it's one of those inns.
No, I'm too old for that.
Oh, I just thought with the smell.
Oh my god.
We just serve them what minor fermented beverages that we can brew ourselves. And anyway, I made it clear that they could share the inn with others, but they were insistent that they have total privacy. Eventually, they bargained with Tremel that they could camp outside the village for a sizable fee as long as no one was allowed near the camp.
What the hell? That's super weird.
They paid you for the right to sleep outside?
Well, they couldn't make it all the way back to wherever they were going, and they wanted to purchase our goods the next day at market. And for whatever reason, this group needed extreme privacy. I'm not sure why.
Probably from all the sodomy they do.
My goodness, you let your son talk like that, madam.
He's a growing boy. He can make his own choices.
Yeah, sodomy poop poop wee.
There you go.
Piss fart fart.
Outsiders are quite interesting. Anyway, we would be happy to put you up for the night and feed you and whatever else if you could go check out the lake.
Sure.
Yeah,
of
I mean,
course.
Let's go check out the lake.
Let's check out the lake.
Okay. It's about time we took a break anyway.
Maybe we can find a red Gyarados.
And we've got their master balls ready. You guys
head down a path past the inn, outside the village. The path is not paved, but it has like logs embedded in the dirt to keep it, some of the uneven parts, more stable. As to say, it's not just a well-walked path; it's a path that the village has maintained to some extent. And you come out onto a lake that's hidden by the trees you can see in the distance. And right where this path lets out, there's a dock that goes out a little ways into the lake. There's no boat tethered at the dock.
Okay.
Is the lake like connected to the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't make much sense.
As far as the dock goes, is there like lines or rope that would suggest a boat at one time was tied up there?
There is the means to tie a boat there.
Okay.
There's just currently no boat.
Do we see any boats or anything out on the lake, or are we the only ones walking around?
You see nothing. You hear a couple frogs and crickets, but there's no boat on the lake. You can see the whole lake. It's not a huge lake. There's nowhere a boat could be hiding necessarily.
What if it's a stealth boat?
Now you're thinking with portals.
Nice.
With vortexes.
All right. Well, I'm probably gonna drop my pack and my blanket and dive in the lake.
Really?
Yeah.
I see him do that, and I lag behind trying to take off my boots and stuff. And
Right?
clothing.
Like, this is the first time we've been in a place where I can have a bath. I can have a proper bath. None of this fancy bathhouse bullshit.
Yeah, I get hella naked and jump in after him.
Okay. Quick aside. Monty jumps into the lake and is immediately grabbed by a tentacle.
I put on my boots again.
You're like mid taking the boot off, and you just stop right at the edge of the dock.
Yeah, I'm like hopping on one foot trying to take off my boot, and I see this big tentacle go, and I'm like, okay, fuck it, boot back on. Let's go.
Tux, you're muted.
I turned to Ven, and I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I got the bow, right? Yeah, fuck yeah, I got a bow. I got a bow, motherfucker.
So Monty, you're drowning.
How does that make you feel?
I need you to make a might defense check at difficulty 3 to not suffocate.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna put an effort into that because I don't want to.
I will allow your swim skill to apply here too.
Ooh.
So that will put it down to 1.
Yeah, if you put an effort and all right.
I would rather not drown.
Yeah,
I think
so far you're not
way
drowning.
to go out.
So far you're not drowning. A weird reptilian monster emerges from the water. It seems like there's a large discus body that's shelled on one side, and from the top of the shell, there are long bioluminescent spikes, and on those spikes are a myriad of heads.
Okay.
Like villager heads?
2 of them are human, the rest are animals.
Do they look like fishermen of some description?
Can I do my zoology shit?
Yes.
Okay.
It is difficulty 4.
So difficulty 3.
Yep. You know what this creature is. In fact, you've encountered one before with Phil when he still had a body. You have brief
one of the
flashes.
head Phils.
No. You have flashes of fighting a monster like this before. And then as if you have just downloaded a database entry on it. This creature is called a mesomeme.
Okay.
It steals people's heads and uses the heads of creatures to lure creatures of the same species into shallow water where it drowns them and steals their heads.
Okay, I use my my cipher.
Yeah?
I put on a glove, I reach out, and I reach for Monty.
Okie doke. Monty is your size or smaller, but he is anchored by the tentacle.
That counts, Bulpatoot. Okay,
Hold on
fine.
a second. That doesn't. It means you just don't automatically succeed. You can still do the cipher and try and save him. It'll basically be Monty. You feel yourself being pulled from the tentacles. Would you like to try and free yourself?
I think that's probably a good course of action to take.
All right. It starts as a formidable task. Otter's assistance brings it down to challenging.
It's a hell of a task. I don't really have anything that's going to help here. Unless
am
what
I
kind
able
of
to?
tentacles are we talking here? Are these like big, massive tentacles, or is it like
This is one
arm?
big tentacle that is just all around you. It has 2 other tentacles, and it also has 2 claws.
Interesting. How are the heads on the spikes?
So, the shell is at the top.
Hmm.
The tentacles and claws come down underneath it. The shell sort of like submerges underwater, and then the heads are spiked right on top. The spike doesn't go through the head. And the heads are all sitting there muttering in their language, random, incoherent dribble. The animal ones are making animal noises, but the human
Could
ones
I
are sort of
try
making
and
words.
reanimate the heads to bite the tentacle?
No,
Why not?
because their heads, they're not going to be able to do anything really when they're spiked on a thing. They're like spiked through the neck.
The spike through the neck? Okay.
Yeah, they don't like when you create when you bring something back to life, it doesn't suddenly get the ability to like float around or anything. It just comes back to life and can do whatever its body can do.
No, it follows my commands.
Yeah. That doesn't give it powers though. It can only do what its body can do.
Okay. Well, I tried, guys.
I mean, so it still has Monty in its grasp, right?
Correct.
Okay, are we able to help with his role by doing stuff? Like,
right now, Otter is helping by using her cipher to pull him free.
so we can't like do more things?
Well, you can do more things.
I was gonna
Could
take a swing at the tentacle with my hammer. Can I
Yeah,
get close enough?
Yeah, you can attack.
Try to injure it, maybe to loosen its grip a little bit. Yeah.
The thing about the tentacle that has Monty is that it's actively drowning Monty, so it's going to be very hard to hit that tentacle in particular and not hit Monty.
Could I do a bow attack maybe at its
I
eye?
mean, I'm pretty tough.
You guys could just attack the monster.
Yeah, I mean that's
That's
yeah.
kind of what I was thinking. But would it be possible for me to like slash at the tentacle to try and loosen its grip?
You
Or
have
is this
no.
something that has to happen. Like
You
right now?
have no. You have no. What's the word I'm looking for?
I'm a little bit flustered.
No, you have no capacity to take action.
Oh. Crazy
You're
idea,
being drowned.
guys. We throw sleeping powder at it.
Ooh.
We get up onto its head and we just powder.
Now you can't tell where its head is.
Can we use a perception check to see if we can work this out? But no, we know this monster, right?
Yeah, she knows all about this monster.
Who's
So
she?
where's Otter, where's
Otter?
its head?
Yeah, Otter. Okay. Because we have 2 girls in the group.
Where's its head, Wreckage? Is it under the water?
It's not under the water. It doesn't have a head.
It doesn't have a head.
How does it breathe?
It doesn't.
It doesn't, I say quizzically, looking into my brain's database.
Phil says, "Stop looking at me like that."
They exist. they can exist both above water and below water, and they don't have obvious gills or obvious lungs or obvious orifices. They don't. No one has ever seen them eat either. They seem to only kill to add to their head collection. They don't eat the body.
Well, I'm not letting them add Monty's head to that collection, so I'm going to charge them.
All right, you can attack.
All right.
It is difficulty 6.
All right, so a couple things. I'm going to
No,
use
it's difficulty
bash.
5. I'm sorry.
I'm going to use bash. I've got medium bashing as well, so that takes it down to 4.
You don't have medium bashing. You have
What?
medium weapons. You can't get medium bashing. I explained this earlier.
It was literally called medium bashing in the skills. In the book.
No,
No? I mean, I didn't just make it up.
I think you made it up.
Let's take a look. You're a what? A glint? No, you're a.
A glaive.
He's the glaive. He's the
Glaive.
glaive. He's the one that gets the fighting moves.
Okay.
Skill with attacks. Medium bashing.
That's the damage type. It's not the title.
It's bad. I
You're
see.
getting
I see
skill with
bash.
medium attack.
I see bash, which is one
Yeah,
might
bash
point.
is an attack. Right.
Right.
Your attacks inflict 1 less point of damage.
But
than
the
normal,
skill that
but
you
it
got
plays
was
it.
medium attacks.
Well, I mean, this says skill with attacks literally says medium bashing. I'm reading the book.
Maybe that's the type of damage it does to it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where are you
So I just
reading
wrote
that?
down
Where are you
in
reading
the in the book.
Are you reading the
goes from
first
five-
glaive?
It goes from 5 to 4 because you have skill
Right.
weapons.
Medium. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. 5 to 4, and I'm going to add.
Might
So
effort.
let's see. Yeah, so bash is already 1 might, so I'm going to take 1 might down, and I will add 2 more might to drop it down to 3. Yeah.
Well, so the total cost of bash and effort is 4. You
But
have
I have
edge
2
2.
edge. Yeah.
So it costs 2.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, I spent 3 out of my might to drop
Yep.
it down to 3. Yep.
Well, 2. You've only spent 2 total.
2 what?
Might.
No, I spent 1 for the bash and 2 for to drop it down a level.
Yeah, so he spends
You,
3.
you spend all at once.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you're using an ability and effort, it costs 4 total. With 2 edge, that costs 2.
So an edge costs 3. You bring it down to 2, right? Then your might bash costs 1, so it goes to
Yeah.
3. So it should cost 3 in total, everything.
Yeah.
No. Bash costs 1.
Yes.
Effort costs 3.
Yes.
That's 4.
Yes.
You have 2 edge, so it
Yes.
costs 2. Edge doesn't apply to every single thing. It applies to the entire.
No. He
group.
bought second effort. He didn't buy a second edge, right?
No, I have
He
2
has
edge
2
and
edge.
might. I
He
have
has
2
2
edge
edge
and might.
Oh,
Looking
well,
at his
then,
character.
then it costs 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it only costs 2. I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. Okay.
The whole.
Well,
you
I
don't.
failed anyway, but my might pool is correct.
Yes, you did fail anyway.
Yeah.
So you're busy trying to hit one of its tentacles, and it's just moving all over the place. You just whiff. Does anybody else want to attack? And does Doc want to try and break free?
Is there any way that I can assist with my attack to break free, like shoot the same tentacle or something?
If you attempt to hit the tentacle that is drowning Monty, you risk hitting Monty. That's the
What's
risk.
it at right now? It's at challenging right now, isn't it?
Yeah, just from the assistance from Otter, you've gone from formidable to break free to challenging.
So if
Yeah, so
I
I've
if
gone
I
from
help and
you're not
succeed,
gonna do it to maybe you might.
if I succeed, it'll go down to difficult, right? Which would be a 4. Which would be 12 points.
But you risk hitting Monty.
Well,
If you try and
that's up to you, Monty. Do you want to get potentially shot with the bow, which is 4 damage?
It's not going to hurt nearly as much as drowning.
Okay, yeah, let's do that then. I will do that.
All right.
What's
The difficulty for hitting is 5.
Okay. I have medium weapons and light weapons on my thing, but I don't think they're trained. I don't know. So, what can I do?
mean, you can
okay.
use. It means you can use the weapon. is
Oh,
what you're
okay,
marking.
right, great.
Well,
perfect.
since it's a short bow, it's probably a light weapon, right?
No, it's a wait. Short bow's a light weapon?
Yeah.
Is it?
No, because I had bow before and it
no.
was a medium weapon. So,
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, medium.
Never mind then.
so this is might, yeah, or is this
The blow
speed?
dart gun is the light weapon that is
Yeah.
ranged.
Yeah, is this speed?
You can use speed or might.
I will use speed.
Alright.
I will use a effort.
Yep.
So I'll bring it down to 2. And what did you say it was?
That should only go from That should go from 5 to 4.
Yeah. Yep.
Bam.
All right.
Nice.
How much damage does
4.
it? Does just 4, right?
Yeah, it's a medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The arrow embeds itself in the tentacle. There is little reaction from the beast. However, Monty, its tentacle spasms. You can tell. So your challenging task is now difficult.
All right, I think that's more possible to get out of. So I'm going to try and see if I can worm my way out of it now.
Are you going to put effort into it?
Yeah.
It's now 3.
Yeah.
It's might effort.
Yep.
Come on, baby. Ooh, yeah.
Ah!
What would you like your minor effect to be?
You kill it.
Rip the tentacle off.
On the way out, I grab the arrow and rip it out, taking a big chunk of its flesh out and wounding it.
You just want to wound it again?
Yeah.
Well, what about maybe taking the head with you?
Well, it's got me under the water, and the heads are on top of it, sticking up. So
Oh, they're on
probably
top.
nowhere
I thought
near
they were on the
heads.
top of the
Yeah.
end of the tentacles. Right. Okay.
No, they're on top of the shell.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you can use your minor effect to deal extra damage.
And I get an arrow back. Nice.
You can. I'll say that it's you clawing your way out. You know, you can slice the tentacle all up. So that tentacle is bleeding pretty heavily as you flop onto the dock. Its tentacles move out, searching for new prey. Milo.
Yep.
And Co.
Hey, let's make a Doom thing here, man. Come on.
I need you to make speed defenses.
Okay.
Okay.
I have that.
I have that too. So what are we
Difficulty
rolling?
5.
So 4.
So 4.
Oh! Damn! You know what? I save Co. That's what my
All
other thing is.
All I rolled is 4s. Okay, sweet.
Your major effect is that you tackle Co out of the way as you also avoid being grappled.
Thanks,
Yeah.
kid.
So it's like, shut up, old man.
Monty,
though
as
I'm
you
older
break
than
free,
you.
you go careening into Otter because she is using her cipher to pull you toward her. You guys tumble along on the beach.
How many times do they accidentally kiss or touch a boob?
None.
Damn it! I thought this was
Just a
anime,
reminder,
man.
I did take my blanket off, and that's all I wear. So there's a dong flopping as we go tumbling along.
So a naked hairy man careens into you because you saved his life, Otter.
It's been 600 years. Come on. You need some. It's been 600 years.
Nye, it's your turn, or at least you haven't taken a turn in this situation.
So is the tentacle close enough to me that I could move up and attack it and like not be in complete danger?
If you put yourself in melee range of it, you are in grasping range of it.
Yeah.
That's
no fun.
I
can see through deception. Is this squid actually there?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Just checking.
Maybe.
Well, good. I don't know.
All right. Yep. Screw it. I'll move up closer, and like while it's like recoiling from trying to grab one of them, I'll like come up and try to hit it with my my razor ring.
Level 5.
So it's a light weapon, so that brings it down to 4. And I'll just leave it at 4. Now then.
Hey, guys! Phil on the beach.
What is it, Phil?
Shut up, Phil. We're busy.
Yeah, you're busy making fools of yourselves. Start like whipping weird ciphers at it.
I would, except I lost them all.
And I don't have one that would help.
Nothing that'll help.
I stand back up, and I forgot to tell you that I took this wreckage. I took another esoteric.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? I do have one that might help. I can drown it.
And it's onslaught, and I would like to do 4 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a ranged attack. Yeah. So if you spend the cost of that, it is level 5 to hit. You still have to hit it. Now you can when you're attacking with an esoteric. Actually, this is true with any attack. You can spend effort to hit or effort to damage. If you spend effort to damage and it hits, you add 3 damage.
Okay.
So you can spend effort to bring that from a 5 to a 4, or to add damage, or you can not spend effort at all.
Can you spend effort after you hit?
No.
Would my knowledge in Numenera bring that down to a 4?
No.
No.
Esoterics are not Numenera.
I tried my best. Okay. I'll use an effort to add damage.
Okay. All or nothing attack here.
And then how much would I be spending for my intellect?
I believe the onslaught itself costs 1.
Yes.
So you'll spend 3 from in your int pool. It'll go down to 15.
Okay. Wait, it would go down to 15? I'm at 20 right now. That's not...
All right. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong sheet. Don't worry about it.
I think I'd go down to 19.
Yeah. You'd spend 3, which would bring you to.
But I have 2 edge.
Oh, you have 2 edge. Yeah. So then you spend 1.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So 5. Damn.
What does your onslaught look like? First of all, Otter. What is it? Is it a flavor this for me?
Take me to Flavor Town, Bien.
I think Otter it's probably like one of those like pulses, like kind of like an energy pulse that like goes out and hits it.
All right. So you guys see a pulse emanate from Otter, miss the creature, but there's a huge explosion of water. Yes, Tux.
As Otter starts focusing energy and is about to shoot it off, I am going to move and say something like, "You come on, Otter, you got this." And I'm going to use my fancy new encouragement.
Ah, right. So we reworked encouragement. You may remember that earlier that encouragement was dumb because Nye would just sit there and sing, and then everybody would get a bonus, which meant that all Nye ever did was sing.
Yeah.
So we changed encouragement because that wasn't fun for Nye or for us as an audience. Instead, encouragement is now once per day, I think is what we agreed on.
Once per combat.
Once per combat. Nye's encouragement allows someone to re-roll their roll. So you can re-roll without spending more.
So wait,
Otter.
that just uses your turn to do that?
No, it's basically like a reaction thing. But I can only use it once, basically.
Once a session?
Once a combat.
Okay.
Still whiff because
Yeah.
it's difficulty 5. It was really hard to do.
That's true.
Anyway. So there are 2 massive explosions that both miss the creature. Who else would like to take a turn?
I want to charge at it again and attack.
I'm like,
Okay.
I yell my encouragement too. Don't die. I mean,
Difficulty
you'll
Do
just...
my best. Okay, so I'm going to use bash again.
Yep.
I have the medium, right? So I'm going to spend.
Difficulty 4.
Right
Yep.
now, I have 2 efforts, so I can spend more, right? To
Yeah,
go even lower.
You can spend twice if you want.
Yeah, so that
You
would
could
be.
spend 1 to hit and 1 to damage.
Yeah, let me do that. 1 to hit and 1 to damage, so that's
Plus-
a total.
Plus bash. So that's 2 effort
2.
and 1 spend. That's
4, right?
no, that's
So altogether, it's 6 for
7.
the effort and
Yeah.
2 for the bash, and then you take 2 off for your edge.
so it's 6 effort. 6 spend.
Okay. All
But
right.
it's,
So
it's difficulty 3, and if you hit,
Yeah.
you deal lots of damage.
right. So here we go. Come on, one time, baby. God, my God.
Yeah. You also see Ko try really hard to hit,
Oh.
and his mallet destroys the dock. But he completely misses the creature.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to run up to Ko and slap something on the end of his hammer. It's a shock nodule attached to a weapon to add 1 shock damage for 28 hours. Now this thing's wet, so I figure that shock will work really well. Super effective.
It's not Pokemon, man.
I mean, shut up. It's
I do have to
Cool.
succeed on an attack roll for this to work. So.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an edge, you know.
Yeah.
Ko, roll me perception. Difficulty 4.
That's you, Ko.
Oh,
Go.
sorry.
Ko.
I can go again?
No,
No.
roll me perception. Difficulty 4.
Oh, got it. Sorry, I phased out of existence there for a second. Oh, wow. I succeeded on that.
as he slaps this shock nodule on the end of your long metal hammer, as it's already submerged in the lake, you see electricity arcing between it and the creature underwater.
Nice. So.
Is the creature going to attack now?
No.
No.
Am I shocking the creature?
There's electricity arcing a little bit between you and the creature.
I shove my hammer into the water.
Right. As you put your hammer in the water next to the creature, and the creature is electrocuted by it.
Nice.
As long as your hammer's in the water, the creature will take regular electrical damage from the shock nodule.
Okay.
Can you just drop the hammer in the water?
No, I don't want to lose my hammer.
I mean, you can get it
back
again
after it's
later.
dead.
Well, how deep is the water?
Not super deep.
All right, I'll just leave the.
Wait. Before you do that, the GM might be fucking with us here. Wouldn't the water just be electrocuted forever then?
Yeah, that's.
Well, for 28 hours, it doesn't last forever.
I'd have to wait an entire day to get my weapon back. I'll hold on. I'll hold my hammer in the water.
It's just that you're going to be in a lot of danger. That's all. So.
That's all right.
Speaking of a lot of danger, Ko, I need you to make a speed defense, difficulty 5, except you're standing still because of your hammer thing. So it's difficulty 6.
All right, I have speed defense, so I can drop it to 5, and I'm going to spend 3 speed to drop it to 4.
You can't.
Why?
Because you've spent 2 effort already this turn.
Oh, boy. All right, so it's 5, right?
Yep.
Yeah, saw that coming.
The creature wraps its tentacle around you and begins to drown you. I need a might defense, difficulty 5.
I just saved a motherfucker
Okay.
from this.
All right, I do have might defense, so... that
Wait, does
goes
the
to
hammer
4.
go with him?
Yeah.
Is he getting electrocuted then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you for skipping to the next part where
And I failed that too.
you take 5 damage as you suffocate.
Awesome.
Also, you're being electrocuted.
Mm-hmm.
You take 3 damage from that.
Okay, so I have nothing left in my might, so now I take it out of what? Speed, or am I passed
Yep.
out?
No, you take it out of speed, you're impaired.
Okay.
You can
Oh,
no
damn it.
longer spend effort, I believe, at impaired.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess I shoot him again, Wreckage.
Difficulty 5.
I mean, what did you roll on your... Okay, there's no way of reducing that. Okay. Is the head above water?
The whole thing's above water now.
Is there any way that I
Sort of
can
on,
get
like,
to the
stodgy
head?
legs.
Is there
It
any
doesn't
way...
have a head, remember?
It does not have a head.
Okay, but is it body? Is it like it's... Okay. Most creatures that don't have like normal bodies or whatever, they absorb a lot of stuff through their skin.
That might be how it works.
Is there any chance that I could, say, apply the powder to this thing?
You have no idea.
What I'm saying is there a chance for me to
You could
apply
certainly
the...
attempt it.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm
you
saying.
could
Is there even an
You could
opportunity for me
certainly
to do it?
attempt to apply the powder, and you could succeed at applying the powder, but there's no guarantee it would affect the creature at all.
Okay. That's what I want to know if I can even attempt it. So if I can attempt it, I'm going to do it. Okay.
All right.
So with that in mind, how would I? What's the clearest way for me to get close enough to like powder it?
I mean, it's a bag. Couldn't you just throw the bag at it? Have it just like whiff all over the place?
Oh, like ideally, if there's an eyeball, put it in the eyeball. You know, like I'm looking
Nice.
for something like that to
It
like
has
make it
no-
more effective.
It has no holes.
Okay.
Or
It
obvious
has been
organs.
hit.
It has wounds.
Yeah. Okay. Where's a wound that I can get to?
All of the wounds are on the tentacle that grabbed Monty, which is not the tentacle that grabbed Ko.
Okay. I mean, I did shoot the tentacle that grabbed Ko.
Yeah. No, you shot the tentacle that grabbed Monty.
Oh, Monty. Sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So all of the wounds are on that tentacle. You guys have fucked up that tentacle pretty well.
Okay, I would like to see if I can apply sleeping powder to that. What would I
How?
need to do?
Yeah, well, what are you gonna try? How are you gonna try it?
I mean, I want to bait it in to hit me.
It's not using the wounded tentacle anymore because it's so wounded, but it is just dangling there.
How wounded is it?
Okay, yeah, but I want to, yeah. So that's, I mean, the other tentacle is grabbing Ko, right? So unless it's going to pull Ko out of the water and use him as a hammer to hit me, like...
He's currently trying to drown Ko with this tentacle.
Yeah, so...
But the tentacle that's drowning Ko is unwounded.
Okay, what I'm saying is, I want to sleep the other tentacle because it's the same monster, right?
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
So I want to try and bait
I
that
want to know
tentacle
what you're going to try and do.
Yeah, I want
You
to
have
bait
tell
him
me
in.
how you're gonna
I want to
attempt it.
bait it
It's
in.
not using the wounded tentacle.
That's what I'm saying. I want to bait the wounded tentacle in to hit me.
But he's not using it because it's wounded.
Well, where is it?
He's just dangling there in the middle.
Like you could walk up to it and just apply it, Dave.
Okay, then I do that.
So you're gonna walk into the water and take a handful of the powder and try and smear it on the tentacle.
Oh, I mean, I would take damage doing that, so I don't think that's a good idea, because of the electrical current running through. Can I? Okay, I want to try and can I apply the powder to my sword and attack the tentacle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do that. I'll apply the powder to the tentacle and try and hit the one that's drowning.
Powder the sword.
Yep, trying to hit the one that's drowning. I'm assuming there's like a bunch of, like a bit of it sticking above the water or something like that.
Yeah, you can hit that tentacle to try to drown Ko.
Cool, I will do that.
So it's difficulty 5.
All right, I will spend might. Is that what this is?
To hit with a sword is might.
Okay, so I spend 3 points of might.
So it goes down to 4.
Goes down to 4. There's no other thing I can do to lower it, right?
Not presently.
Really. No.
Not to hit it with a sword.
Okay, all right. 4 it is. Fuck me.
Oh God.
GM intrusion.
Is this doomed?
No. Well, we've already. Last time we did it, it was the one where you don't get an XP. So this one, you get an XP and somebody else gets an XP, if you accept it.
I accept it.
Who gets the other XP?
Let's see now. I want to give it to Nai because she bought me a bow.
Rock on.
What do you do to me, GM?
You successfully strike the beast.
Cool. All right, I like that. But I get a face full of powder.
It's worse than that. The beast collapses, and it collapses on top of you and Ko, and both of you are submerged in the water while you're being electrocuted and you're drowning.
Oh, good.
That's a pretty rough. That's a pretty rough 1 XP.
Yeah.
Two XP.
Milo, you take 3 damage from the electrocution.
Can I make a dodge check or something like that? Maybe.
Nope. GM intrusion.
Okay, three might damage. Yeah, straight up
From the electricity. And
I mean,
I need you to make a might defense task to not suffocate.
Okay, so I can't make like a speed to reduce the electricity or anything like
Nope.
that. Okay.
You can't outrun electricity. Thanks for
I
asking.
mean,
I
it's
could.
Numenera. He might, in the end. Be able to.
Some people can outrun electricity in Numenera. You're not one of them.
Can I use an
Yeah.
intellect pool to put on my rubber booties? Okay,
No,
so
so-
what am I making? A speed defense?
Might defense.
Oh, might defense. Okay. Yep, I have
Difficulty
that.
4
Okay,
to
so
not suffocate.
goes down to 3. So I have it trained. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Don't drown! Boom!
All right, you do not take damage from suffocation.
Hell yeah, Ming.
Basically, the creature is frying now in the water as it is unconscious. Its tentacles are limp. Ko and Milo are both underneath the creature. We're no longer in combat. How are you guys going to save them?
I'm gonna jump in and try and get the hammer.
You get electrocuted, take 3 damage.
But, well, I mean, no, hang on. The hammer's killing the creature.
Yep.
Yes, but it's unconscious, so it doesn't matter. We need to get the hammer out now, so then we can get you guys out without
'Cause
everybody.
the
being
hammer is
electrocuted to
also
death.
killing us.
I like
The
your,
hammer's the threat right now.
I like your spontaneity.
Do
Like your chutzpah.
Chutzpah.
Is electricity gone?
No.
I still have to get the hammer
Monty
yet.
just dived in and is being electrocuted.
Oh.
So the hammer is underneath the creature with Ko and Milo. This is going to be a might task, but it's going to be a combination of like lifting up the creature and digging underneath it. And
He also
swimming.
has swim.
Can
Yeah, he
I
does have swim.
can I aid with push to try to push the creature off,
Yes,
or like forward, or like okay.
it's a
That
difficulty
kind of makes
5.
sense. Try and lift it up a little bit. Try and push it a little way. And, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's
difficulty
unconscious,
5.
it'd just be floating, right?
Otter's push reduces it to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Your swim applies and reduces it to 3.
And I'm gonna go ahead and expend an efforts.
Okay.
Might was it?
Yep.
Okay.
Just curious, Wreckage, before we go any further, I have just sleeping powder as equipment. How much uses do we have? of that?
We'll find out.
It was a big bag, though, so it was a big
There's a pouch.
pouch of it, yeah, so...
It was a pouch.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, alright.
What would you like your minor success to be?
You put the hammer on top of the creature outside of the water, so it still takes electricity damage. But we don't.
I mean, it'd still be probably
It's
still be
unconscious.
wet, so it'd still be carrying the current.
Okay.
When I reach down to grab the hammer, I also find Ko, because he's still holding it, and it will be helpful
Easy.
in pulling him out after.
Sure. 1 reduced difficulty for Ko to stop drowning. You throw the hammer onto the beach. Nobody's getting electrocuted anymore.
Nice.
Ko and Milo, you both need to make a might swim action to stop drowning. It is difficulty 4, except for Ko, it's difficulty 3.
Wait, is
Alright,
this
I
like
can't-
is this like a might defense roll?
No, this is swimming.
Swim.
So just
I,
4
don't
damage.
I can't reduce it, so I'll just do 3. God damn it!
You take 5 damage from suffocation.
Oh my god.
Okay. So I'd take it out of might, then speed.
Yeah. You also take 5 damage from suffocation and become impaired.
Yep.
Monty, they're drowning right in front of you.
Wait, why is that 6? That's
You're
weird.
muted also, Doc.
I am muted. So Ko's the closest, so I'll probably pull him up first. I'm guessing he's probably also the most wounded at the moment.
I'm pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and pull him out.
That's a might action, difficulty 4. Away.
I'm gonna put an effort in.
Are they at a point where I could help pull them up now, or is it like would
You
I?
could dive into the water and help. The electricity's gone.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, he's already saved Ko.
Thank God.
Ko is on the beach gasping for air.
Okay. I will tend to Ko. While yeah.
Someone find the boy.
Milo,
And then
I
I
need you to
fall
make a
over
swim
because I'm almost
difficulty 4.
unconscious.
I mean, am I even conscious at this point?
Yeah, you're still conscious.
Okay.
It's not until all of your pools are empty that you're unconscious.
So might 4.
You get yourself
Yay.
out.
Yeah, I just come out looking like a fucking wet rag because I had all my clothes on still. I'm just like, I'm miserable at this point. And it's like,
I can imagine like the tentacles like curled up and it just kind of relaxed and you just popped up out of it like, oh, I could have just stood up the whole
Oh
time.
yeah.
So with everybody out of the water, I assume you reinsert the hammer to, like, fry the creature until it's definitely dead.
Yep.
All right. The creature is definitely dead.
Nice.
Cool.
You fry it until it's crispy.
The next thing I
Calamari.
want to do
What
is.
does it taste like?
Do you taste it?
No,
I would.
not yet. Not yet. I'm
Not
gonna,
yet. I need to
let's
heal
all,
up first.
let's all fucking like, yeah, let's collect ourselves first, and then I'm gonna take a
fuck.
myself.
Yeah, I want to.
God, the dice are just.
Wait, what was that
painful
for?
tonight.
That was a heal.
My heal test.
Oh, okay.
I can't. I'm not allowed to heal unless I pass a level 2 challenge, and I didn't.
Uh-huh. Can.
God has abandoned you, Nye.
It's just brutal.
All right, I take off all of my clothing wreckage, and I go back
Okay.
into the water, And I want to
After
collect.
you've removed the hammer again, I assume.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's dead now, right?
There.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
and I want to collect the heads.
The heads are fried as well. They're destroyed.
I'm still collecting them.
Okay. Well, there's nothing left.
There's
Co,
just,
heal
like,
a heal
bit of
D6.
charred stuff.
D6.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
They're-
they have
they're-
to they have to bury something, so I'm taking the heads with me.
All right. They're basically,
Oh my god! What the fuck?
I mean, it's not a critical one. Like, it doesn't give me a GM intrusion. It's
I know, but
You healed
You
for 1
technically have a might
HP.
pool
GM
again.
intrusion, you'll
Yay.
die.
Yeah, I'm
actually,
gonna have a rest. Of
he
just my
doesn't
one
have a
action.
might pool yet because when you become impaired, you have to heal up your. You have
Oh, so I have to start in speed.
You have to start in speed. If you
Okay.
lose everything out of a thing, your
Gotcha.
next pool has to be full
Okay.
before you can.
Well,
put
you
back
can
into
use
it.
your action too.
You can use your 1 action. You can use your 10-minute. You guys are done
Oh.
doing things.
That's true.
I'm using both.
Why don't we
One
just go
action
back to the
and
town
second.
and rest in the fucking inn after I bring
Because-
back all these heads?
Well, like
Because there's
narratively,
a
he
really
was
good
like
maid,
unconscious and
maybe.
drowning. So like we're, yeah,
Tending to him immediately.
yeah.
All right.
Yay! Now I've got 3 in might.
All right.
There we go.
You're still impaired though.
How do I get unimpaired?
Your impairment will not go away until you do your 10-hour rest.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's
got it.
that's
Okay.
why we need to just
Okay.
go back and
Yeah,
rest.
now you're at least alive. Like
yeah.
Yeah,
If
conscious.
something
yeah.
else happens, everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if we're waiting for 10 minutes, I'm gonna take mine as well.
All right.
Yeah, I assume it takes me, I don't know,
Wow.
a couple of minutes to get the heads and stuff. Maybe like half an hour or so.
I'm gonna do a bit of a Star Wars side wipe here. You guys return to the inn, tell them what happened, give them the heads.
Well, hold up. This
And
creature's
I
been here
have
for
a
a
big chunk
while.
of tentacle that I've cut off as well.
This creature's
Oh, you
been
cut
here
off
for a
the
while,
tentacles?
right?
Maybe.
Can I
We
make
only just killed these guys.
Can I make a perception check to find any ciphers or anything of value in the water? Maybe while I'm doing this thing.
Yeah, you can. Difficulty 5.
All right, so it's a 4 because I got it trained. What would it? Is that intelligence?
Don't put effort into it
Why not?
because you're not gonna find anything.
What if I roll a 20?
I mean, shit, that was nice of him to tell you.
Fine, I don't
It's a
find
lake.
anything.
It doesn't have any ciphers in it.
Yeah, but this
Sorry.
creature's massive and
You found a
tentacle.
really fascinating fish.
Look, I
found
found
a
a cipher
monster.
inside of a fucking worm once. Okay, like
Yeah. Well, that's because that worm eats all sorts of things and could have definitely had a but this creature doesn't eat things.
Fair. Well, I take all that. Did I see any fish and stuff down here?
Yeah. The lake is filled with fish. That's why they fish and sell fish.
Oh, I
usually.
was just wondering if this creature killed the ecosystem here or whatever.
No, the ecosystem's fine. Actually, the ecosystem has suffered the most from your electrical hammer. There's a bunch of floating dead fish next to the.
Well, you know what? We take the fish with us and we bring
You
it
know
back
what?
too.
The people have been lacking fish since the loss of their fishermen.
Yeah.
Now they can just come and grab some.
Speaking of lacking fish, do you take a bite of the tentacle?
I'm gonna cook it first. I'm gonna cook it properly.
It's been cooked by electricity.
I know. I fucking
Oh.
eat that shit, dude. Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If it's actually cooked, I mean, if it's cooked by the electric, yeah, sure, I'm gonna eat some of it.
All
It's
right,
been a
you
while
pass
since
out
I've
for
killed
10
and
hours.
eaten something.
What's that?
Fuck yeah. I needed
Pass out
that.
for 10 hours.
I love how his response was, "Fuck yeah, I needed that."
So now you guys have to drag a 6-foot monster, hairy monster, back to town.
You might
Done.
want to put the blanket back on first.
Done. Oh, no, man.
Hide the
Okay.
dongle.
We drag you by the dongle.
You come back to the town. You present the heads. They're very thankful.
Mhm.
Grail offers you rooms to spend the night. They make food for you for free. You have a
Nice.
nice big meal.
Nice.
Everybody get an additional 1d6 of rest, except for Monty for participating in what will be feast and festivities.
Okay, so what? 5 d6s?
Yeah, total if you haven't done any of them yet.
Because I need stuff. Hang on, so 8.
Look at that, 2. Oh my god. That is just fucking 10.
In the morning, everybody is awake, including Monty.
Did we lose impaired?
Anybody who had impaired lost impaired for spending 10 nights unimpeded.
10 nights.
Do I get the rest of my recovery rolls?
You just get the 10.
No, you just get the 10-hour one.
Yep.
So I do get a roll then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's enough.
All right. So everybody wakes up the next day. The villagers were very gracious with the festival. They didn't want to spend too much time on it.
Thanks for saving our entire livelihoods. I guess we could do a little festival.
I mean, they're farmers. They've always got work to do.
We've given you extra sprinkles on your cake.
Thanks.
I mean, it was a good feast. It's a farming village. The one thing they can do is nice food, especially with the fish that you brought. It's good fish, which is why you all got one extra 1d6. It's the next day. You've been served breakfast as well. What is the plan? How about we start planning?
Wasn't the plan?
Well, the thing is, you were going to come here and figure out stuff about the cultists.
Right.
You
We
figured
basically
out,
figured out that they're jerks.
Yeah.
like, they're not very sociable and they have weird privacy issues.
Okay, so maybe we should get some invisibility. Do they sell invisibility cloaks here? Can we just buy some of those?
Yeah, they actually farm them. It's a field.
Nice.
Hi, Phil the Brain here. Look, I want
Let's
to...
talk to the adventurer.
Hi, everybody. Phil the
because
Brain
the
here.
monks spoke to him and rested on his land. So let's talk to him. He might know more about them. Let's talk to him in private.
Yeah.
All right, you want to
Yeah.
bring Tremel... you want to take some Tremel aside?
Yeah.
Who all is taking him aside?
I mean, I will.
I'll be there. I probably won't do much of the talking, but I'll be there.
What other
Naiko,
language are they
Otter?
speaking?
I got
I'll let him go.
So
I'll stay
wait,
back.
what's happening here?
They want to take Tremel aside and ask him more about the cultists.
Oh, okay. Nah, I'm good.
All right.
So yeah, I guess I just, we sit him down. It's just, who is it? Me and Otter?
Miata
And
and
me.
Monty, apparently.
Okay.
Monty.
Yeah, I sit him aside. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm actually like super old adult. I just got hit by, a Numenera wind. What do they call it?
Yep. Iron Wind.
Iron Wind.
Yeah, I just got hit with an iron wind, and I'm reverse aging. So
Okay,
I
got it.
Yeah, I just want to be honest about that.
Yeah,
so,
You killed the monster, I don't care.
yeah, we killed the monster. We want to know more about these guys, these monk dudes, because we ran into them out in the
Right.
wild,
Yeah.
and there's something really suspicious about what's going on with them. So
I totally agree. That's why when they asked for total privacy, I spied on their camp instead.
oh my god,
Oh.
you old
Tremble.
codger.
I like you.
I like me too. They did a bunch of praying. They got all these weird rituals. Look, I stole this from them. And he produces a piece of paper.
Okay, what? I take a look at it. What's it say?
I can't fucking read it.
Interesting.
You can't read it either. Immediately, Milo.
Yeah.
Why don't you make a linguist check, difficulty 4?
I actually have a decipher ability with a seeker, so I don't need to do that.
All right, how does it work? How does decipher work?
I'm pulling up the cipher thing right now. Give me a second. Character types? No. Where the fuck is it? I forget. I always forget which book this fucking thing is. Okay. Seeker. Seeker stuff. Okay, here we go. Decipher is if you spend 1 minute examining a piece of writing or code in a language you do not understand, you can make an intellect roll of difficulty 3 or higher based on the complexity of the language. On a success, you get a gist of what the writing's saying. But
All right, so basically it lowers the difficulty for you.
yeah. Okay, so
It's from 4 to 3.
cool. And I spend 1 int to do that, so I'll take that.
Do you want to
Actually,
put
no,
effort
I
into
have
it?
an edge. I don't need to fucking spend.
Yeah, but do you
Yeah.
want to put effort into it?
Sure, yeah, I'll do that.
All right, down to 2.
So 3 from my int pool because I already spent the edge.
Yep.
2. Boom. Hell yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to go ahead and make your minor success that you understand this document entirely.
Yep, I agree with you.
This document is orders from someone named Abrassel.
So maybe I read it out loud. He gives it to me because I'm sure he's fucking curious as well, right? So,
I'm not going to say in exact words. I'm going to give you the gist. Well, not I'm going to give you the gist out of character, but you understand the document entirely.
Okay.
The orders are from Abrassel, and the orders are: while you're in Jute, look for children who are healthy, and kidnap them if able.
Okay.
Sure.
Some guy named Jute. Abrassel.
No, Abrassel, while you're in Jute, the town.
Yeah. So yeah.
Gathering supplies.
Yeah, and I know. Yeah.
Peg healthy children.
Okay.
If you
Wreckage.
see them.
Let me do this. And it's like something about their leader Abrassel, and about kidnapping healthy children from your village.
Well, I guess it's good that we don't happen to have any kids right now.
I sort of raised an eyebrow and I was like, yeah, it's
I mean,
also
there's only so many people in our village. We go through large periods of time where there are no kids.
Yeah, but what else is there to do but fuck?
Farm.
true.
Okay,
The two
Wait.
F's.
waste of time.
Chess.
Fucking and farming.
Checkers. We got some books.
So I'm going to be completely honest with you. We know where they're going to be appearing in the next few days. Would you
Okay.
like to come with us to, I don't know,
No.
make sure that your town doesn't get targeted to steal things from again?
No, we'll never let them in our town again.
I think that's probably a good idea. I think we should probably leave him here. Like the innkeeper said, he's the only person here that knows how to fight.
Okay. Do you happen to have like some sort of information network with other towns around here? Like, do you share
Absolutely
information?
not.
Okay.
We're one of the only villages for miles and miles.
Might be a good idea to let everyone know not to trust the dudes in the orange robes.
Yeah, we'll definitely say that.
Okay. Well, now I don't feel very bad about attacking these dudes.
Yeah, I told you we should have mugged them.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, yeah. I sort of look at him as like, would you perchance have some extra arrows I could purchase from you?
Not well. It wouldn't be terribly convenient for me. I don't really need shins as much as I need arrows.
I'm in the same boat.
Doesn't your buddy sell arrows?
Yeah, but he's an asshole. I don't like to talk to him.
He doesn't seem like an asshole.
He's expensive.
He likes to think that everything we need costs money instead of
Everything you need does cost money.
Yeah, but he raises the value based on our need for it. So, you know, he's an asshole.
It doesn't sound so bad.
Aside from
I
the
mean,
fact that
if we were
always
standing here
need.
talking right now and tried to buy something from him, like an arrow, he would sell it at a normal price. But if we were being attacked by something and tried to buy an arrow off him, he'd triple the cost.
Has that ever happened? Or are you
I'm
just...
going to say every time he's ever made a transaction, he has made it entirely based on the need at the time.
Okay, but has he ever denied you guys something you needed when your life was on the line?
Yeah, he didn't sell me explosives when I asked him.
Maybe he doesn't have explosives.
He said he did. He said he didn't trust me with them.
I don't
I
trust
remember.
you.
Can you
everything.
blame him?
You're not there. Oh, you are there. Actually, you did come. Sorry. Yeah, you did.
Have you ever seen me make a mistake with explosives?
He's got a point. By the way, Otto, what do you think of this whole situation with the orange assholes?
Otter wants to know what the fuck's going on.
So,
Otter
are
wants to
you
get in there and.
are you okay with like jumping them when they come out?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Alright, now we just need to convince, you know, the goddess of the sun who doesn't like death.
I get the feeling that once she hears that these people are kidnapping children,
Yeah,
We
that was a
might see a
tipping point for
temperament
Otter
change.
too.
Yeah, not to put other words in people's mouths, but before they were just suspicious, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's not really a reason to jump people. now you got reason to jump people, I guess.
So, Wreckage, with that decipher in mind, is there any like hidden text or anything like that in this Bible that I have or diary that I have that's related
No,
to
this
that?
is all nothing in the journal was written in a language you didn't understand anyway.
Okay.
But if you actually take time to study the journal,
Yeah.
which you can go ahead and say that you've spent some time doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I've had 10 hours of resting,
Abrasil is their leader. That's something you get from the journal.
Yep.
They believe that he communes directly with the vortex, which is their god.
There's no other gods other than the sun and moon, so I find that hard to believe, but okay.
The vortex provides all energy in the world.
And not true, that's actually the sun, and during the night it's the moon. So,
And the book is also filled with reflections on the Temple of the Vortex, which is where they live, and how it appears in different locations. And this person's journal attempts to catalog where it goes, because they don't have control over where it goes, actually. That's something else you pick up from the journal.
That's why he needed the times written down so they knew when to be back.
Right. That's also why they were so panicked when you guys showed up, because they knew it was leaving in like 10 minutes.
I also like the idea that these guys... so, as I'm reading this, I'm just... Like, I imagine it's like late at night or whatever that I'm reading this book, and I'm just kind of just thinking to myself, like, they found a Numenera and now they think it's its god. What assholes.
Yeah, nobody ever just sees something
Idiots.
really like awe-inspiring and makes it their god.
Yeah.
Not like the sun.
What, like,
That's
assholes?
just stupid.
That's obviously a god.
I mean, the sun literally gives us life. Okay.
Come
so-
on, man.
And the moon gives us death. It's pretty fucking obvious how that works. I mean, Jesus.
Pretty
It's like
simple.
right there. It's literally in the sky above, like,
I've seen the moon change a man into a werewolf, okay? Like, that's pretty fucking powerful. All this thing does is fucking teleport
move.
around.
I can do that.
Yeah, anyone can do that.
I'm moving right now.
I'm not a god. Ooh.
There's also some reflections in the journal about how the membership of the cult has been waning. People keep running away.
Yeah, because they realize it's fucking bullshit. It's like, wait, it's just a moving Numenera? Oh, I'm out of here.
See, the thing is, this guy who writes the journal really respects Abrasil and believes that he is the Messiah, because Abrasil has special powers. But as you read the journal, you also see that membership began to wane once Abrasil took over, because Abrasil was very cruel. And
What is the
like,
likelihood?
the guy who writes the journal doesn't say cruel. The guy describes Abrasil's actions, and you can tell that they're cruel.
Yeah.
And also you can tell that membership began to wane once Abrasil took over.
What about, like, now, humor me here, Wreckage.
Uh-huh.
Can I get an idea of this guy? Like, okay, this guy, I saw how old he was, right? Or I got an
The guy
idea of
with the
how...
battle axe?
No, the guy that dropped this book.
The guy that dropped this satchel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Is it in all likelihood true that they take kids and then, like, push them through the cult?
That's what is happening.
Okay. So this guy might be brainwashed or whatever, so...
This
I mean,
guy
that's how
was
most
actually
cults
born in the
work.
Temple of the Vortex.
Oh, he describes it?
Yeah, actually, and from the journal, there are probably 100 people living in it.
Holy fuck. Okay. It didn't seem
Maybe
that
less
big.
I'm
than
gonna buy
that?
some more arrows.
Maybe it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Oh yeah, actually, he describes that too. The Temple of the Vortex is so vast that they've never seen the entirety of it. And
Ew.
actually, he says, so in one of the chapters, he's like, I'm going to start trying to figure out how the Temple of the Vortex works. Like, I'm going to catalog how it moves. And he also mentions how that the cult of the Vortex has been living in the Temple of the Vortex for 5 generations, and they've never seen the entirety of the facility. He doesn't
Well,
call
they
it
don't have magical eyeballs like our friend does. So, all right. With that in mind, I guess we shake hands with the old adventurer, and we meet up with our friends, and then we inform them of everything that's happened. Tell them about the paper, and all that. What is everyone's reactions? I guess Ko and I, you're the last two to sort of weigh in on this.
I want to think that they're bad people, but maybe they've been duped. Maybe we can get them to leave this cult.
Well, they're stealing children.
I've dealt with cultists before, says Phil, the brain in the jar.
Yeah, you seem like a culty type of guy, Phil.
I haven't been in a cult. I've only ever worshipped the sun and the moon, which are obvious, total, definite, real religions and not cults.
Now,
100%. Agree with
why
you there.
does it say why they're taking these children?
To
Just
raise
for
them.
healthy children.
I mean, they raise them as their own. Like, they just increase their cult numbers. That's why they're after healthy kids and not, like, you know, the kid in the deformed chair. That's the Numenera
I
word
wish
for
they'd
a
stop putting
wheelchair.
kids in the deformed chair. They were
Jesus
perfectly fine
Christ.
before they
Okay,
got
guys, let's walk away from this one. This is a hole that you've dug yourselves in. We're gonna pretend we didn't say.
Yeah,
that.
like the deformed kids can't get out of that, so, you know.
Yeah,
Jesus.
little stumpy arm.
No.
Take my
No.
strong hand!
Phil, the brain in the jar, says, I've dealt with cultists before. I mean, in all likelihood, a lot of them are, like, naive and not evil.
Right, that's what
If
I'm
they
saying.
started kidnapping kids, then that means somebody's evil.
Yeah, it's this guy,
Somebody
the
got a lot of
leader.
influence.
He's
this
he's a real
Abrasshole.
cruel motherfucker.
This a brass hole. Ha 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 ha.
Shut up, Phil.
Fuck you, Monty.
I mean, you'd probably like to. You don't have a penis anymore.
I wasn't into dudes.
We don't know
Personally.
that. You're just saying things now. You're just a brain.
I-
Maybe.
I know my own memories.
Maybe. Well, you don't though, because you're just a brain. You could just be anyone. You could be Phil's brain implanted in your brain. We don't know that.
Well, that still makes me Phil.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. My identity
Listen.
is forged from my memories and consciousness.
Listen, the soul is important, and the soul resides deep within a person. If you don't have a soul, you're not that person. Every 10 years, your cells regenerate completely. So
You don't know that. That's not something Numenarians know.
Okay, fine. Fine. I won't go into tyrant about it then.
Yeah.
But I have thermatology, all right? I might know this.
No, you don't know that. Thanatology, first of all, doesn't give you any information about cellular biology. And second of all, what you were about to say wasn't even true. Most of the cells in the brain and spinal column don't change.
That's why spine damage is so bad. 'Cause
Right.
It doesn't grow back.
All of your other cells re-up over a period of time and
Look,
replace your
motherfucker.
organs.
All I know is that there's a soul. Phil doesn't have one. He's a brain in a jar.
So back to
I mean, he
these.
might-
So
he might.
back to these children that are getting kidnapped.
What do you think
Someone's
about it,
kidnapping
Nye?
children?
I want to jump these dudes when they next land and just take what we need from them and try and free any locked souls in there.
That sounds good to me.
Yes, if there are children in danger, I would like to help them.
I think we need to agree before we go in.
Okay. What are we agreeing
need
on?
to try not to kill all of them.
Exactly. And Ko kind of like looks at his black arm.
Did you remember? Do you
There's
remember?
been a lot of death.
Do you remember what they were carrying with them?
Food,
Weapons.
weapons,
They're not
food
going to.
also.
What are we carrying?
Yes.
Food.
Food and weapons.
Food and weapons.
And how often do we get into combat? Often. They're probably
Occasionally.
the same thing. Like if we try and take the key, we have to specifically take the key here. Right? If we
I'm
manage,
just letting you know I'm going to do my best to avoid killing any humans.
Look,
Okay.
it sounds like they go out on scavenging parties, right, with a number of people, and but they got a bunch more people in there. So we really only have to take care of that little group that comes outside if we're going to take the key.
then we take their
So-
clothes and we wear it and we pretend to be part of the cult.
Maybe might work.
So is kidnapping children like our interpretation, or do they literally say we take children without parental consent from their homes in the night?
Or they have
The
orders to
exact
take
wording
them.
of the
so-
letter is, if you find any healthy children, bring them back to the temple.
Okay. Okay. I wanted to make sure it wasn't like we've been saving children from like terrible places, and like we were just like, oh, they're kidnapping kids.
Go and collect all the orphans and give them a
Right,
good
exactly.
home.
It was just like they felt like I want to make sure that it wasn't like we're saving orphans, and
But
it's like they're actually like yeah.
If that was the
Whereas
case,
they don't use the
specific-
word kidnapping, but
They do
that-
say
they're
healthy
still-
only.
Yeah, it's they don't use the word kidnapping, but there isn't much gray area here. Like there is, if
No, yeah. Like, well, like there's a big difference between we found a bunch of kids that didn't have parents and we took them in and fed them, and between
now the letter makes
we-
no distinction between whether or not those kids have parents. Let me put it this way: if like it would be just like that thing I made fun of earlier, where I was like, "You didn't check the other side," ha ha ha. Like I've told you that they're taking children. I'm not going to pull the rug out from under you later and be like, they were only taking the orphans. You guys just weren't doing your due diligence as players.
But we
You're
killed
really
them
the
all,
bad
so it
guys.
doesn't matter.
And the children, so there's no witnesses except Phil.
Who we kill as well.
Are you guys heading to the next place then?
Yeah, we're gonna go wait
Yeah,
for them and
yeah,
set an
yeah,
ambush.
yeah.
And I think ideally we want to have enough time to prepare a decent
Right.
ambush. I guess I don't know. Is that appropriate? Like,
So, like there isn't much setup that you can do. You guys get there maybe a day in advance.
Don't we have a device that makes noises when something arrives? Like when something passes through it?
well, we
you're
did,
not gonna-
but you guys didn't let me fucking. We didn't search anything in the bandit camp, so
yeah, he
all I
lost all his
have-
shit.
all I have
Um,
is a mass nodule now. So
The there isn't need for that anyway. The new location you get there a day in advance, it is some flowery hills, and you can tell on the map which hill it's going to appear.
all right, so
on the
landmines.
top of.
Okay, got it.
Ven, sell me explosives.
Do you have any claymores?
What's a claymore?
It's a device you put on the. Nah, anyway. Okay. How do you feel about leaving it there? Because we're running out of time.
I would like to do the temple showing up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I don't know. Like, is there anything we can do to prepare it all?
Okay, so is there an obvious area where it lands? Because the last one, I
Top
feel
of
like
the
the crabs were like an area that was where it was on top of us killing the crabs. So is there like an area where the flowers are all crushed and dead or something?
No, it's the top of the hill, and the thing is, it takes so long to cycle in all of its locations that all of the grass and flowers have grown back. So you
Mhm.
really have no idea. Like, you know it's at the top of the hill because he draws a bunch of hills and then puts an X on one of the hills, and you can look at that map and look at the hills and see which hill it is. You
So
know
we
what
can
hill.
tell. Yeah.
You can tell what hill it's going to appear on, but you don't know the orientation that it's going to appear in. You don't know how long they're going to wait to come outside. You know, so really, yeah, I'm open to suggestions on how you could prepare ahead of time, but I don't know what you would actually.
Well, I
do.
mean, if we knew exactly where it was, we could try and like, I don't know, put a pit right outside the door or something. Even
But
if
you
it
don't know
doesn't
its
make them fall, it'll
orientation
slow
when
them
it goes
down.
up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If we don't know exactly where it's going to be difficult.
Well,
Yeah.
we could just create a moat around the entire thing. But they're not like they're gonna just. And then I mean, can we do that? Can we create like a pit trap around the entire circle?
I mean, maybe
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, how long
you
would
have
that
to do the
take?
entire hill, and it's already like the size of a building, so it would have to be a moat bigger than a building.
Yeah. Okay. You make a good point. So
Um,
maybe we just like
maybe just-
maybe if we make like a hiding space, right?
Well, here's
Like-
the thing. Here's the thing. It's
Like-
gonna pop in.
Yeah.
You know that the door is on the side with the keyhole, so you could basically go to the side with the like. You could come in, find the side with the keyhole, and then wait near what the door is, and basically just have that advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, like we could almost press ourselves up against the wall because they're just gonna walk out.
It is
You know what I mean?
curved, so you have the advantage there.
Right,
Like it's
right.
not concave, it's curved, so you'd actually be a little bit hidden by the wall.
The other thing that we could do is we could make like a hidey hole for us to hide in, and then cover like with a roof or something like that.
Yeah, with like some grass and shit, and
Yeah,
drop it
so
down
that-
like Viet Cong.
Yeah, so that we
Or
could watch it come in, and then find out which direction the door is in, and then wait for them to leave, and then attack them outside of the region where the door is. Like we follow them, you know, and then we find
Why
out.
would that be better?
Well, once they're out, we can get the key off them. If we try and ambush them while they're near the door, they can just go back inside.
That's what I'm saying. So we make a hidey hole so we can watch it come in, and then we follow them and ambush them at an appropriate space later.
All right. Does somebody want to do a roll for a hidey hole?
What would that require?
I feel like that's something I'd probably know how to do.
Well, you certainly don't have a skill for it, so
Okay.
Does anybody else have anything outdoorsy?
No.
it's not outdoorsy. It would be like trap making, disguise making, camouflage.
That seems like we don't have the fucking jack anymore.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's a jack skill. Who's the jack again? No one. No one's a jack. Okay.
Who's going to attempt to make a hole then? A hidey hole?
I mean, I'll try.
Difficulty 5.
Can I
You have no skills that
assist?
apply.
Can I assist to reduce it?
No. So the thing is, like, you can help him dig, but you're not going to be able to, as far as like making a hole that functions as what you want it to do, that's entirely based on expertise, and more minds who don't know what they're doing.
Doesn't help.
Yeah, it's just gonna.
Hey! Wow. When
Uh,
it really matters, my rolls are good.
This hole will fit 2 people. I will let your minor effect be that it fits 3,
Okay.
unless you want a different minor effect.
Well,
No,
then
I
we
think
only have to make 2 holes, right? So that makes perfect.
Yeah.
He's only made the 1. You'd have to roll to make another.
Yeah, but if it fits 3 people, then we only have to do 1 more hole instead of 2 more holes because there's 5 of us. Well, we also have a bot, so
We can probably put him behind a
He
hill.
can just be behind a hill. That's the other thing. Like Phil and him and the cart can all wait away.
okay, fuck them. We know where they are. We got a map, so
At safe NPC distance away from the fight.
Who wants to try and make another hole? Because it has to be someone other than Ko, because Ko won't have time to make 2.
okay. So what's the difficulty?
5.
5. And this is might.
No, it's int.
All right.
I'll do it if you want me to.
I've got
like,
18 int with an edge, so I can reduce it.
She's got more int.
I've got 20 in with 2 edge.
Oh yeah, no, fucking of course, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been a while since someone with more int than me was in this game. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to
Yeah.
use an effort and lower it to difficulty 4?
Yes.
Then roll difficulty 4.
And how much would that be out of my intellect pool?
1.
1. Sweet. Okay. Nope, that's not. Nope. What did I? What?
Honestly, don't even spend it because you guys are going to sleep again before you use the hole. So don't even worry about it. All right, your hole sucks.
My hole's terrible.
But
There's a very obvious hole.
no one can tell. No one can tell that Ko's is great and Otter's sucks. All you guys can tell is that Ko's fits 1 more. So who's hiding in which holes?
Well, okay. Here's how I will navigate around this dilemma. I would be with Ko.
Because you don't like Otter.
Cause,
Yeah, because he.
because
'Cause
me and
I'm a
Otter don't get
robot.
along. You know that's my little.
So guess I'm stuck in the shitty hole.
So
You
is
dug
Guy
it.
or-
I mean, it looks
Who's
great.
Guy or Monty in the shitty hole?
I'll be in the shitty hole.
All right,
I
Guy
made
and
my
Otter,
bed and now I have to sleep in it.
You've made your grave, and now you have to die in it. All right, you guys are in the holes. You're waiting. You know the time that's going to happen. Hey, Monty has an accurate chronometer.
Damn, it's like a. watch
Most
or
people don't
something.
have that, so you know exactly.
Wait, who's with me?
Your Nye's with you.
Nice with me. I'm sorry,
So-
Nye.
There's a loud bang as the temple comes into view. It looks exactly like it did before.
What time of day is it? Night or day?
It's late afternoon.
Okay.
There is silence for a few minutes. The door opens,
Yes.
and a young girl falls out, and the door closes behind her. She is dressed in a yellow robe.
All right, kill her. No. Okay. Go on. And that's it?
She lays there for a second,
Does it just like vomit her out? Like how does it work exactly?
The door. So the way that the door opens on this thing is that basically a chunk of the wall ceases to exist, and then there's a door, obviously. So that happened. Then she fell out, and landed on the grass.
She fell out or was pushed out?
Fell out, as far as you can tell, and then the door reformed, and she's just lying on the grass.
Does she have any luggage with her at all?
Just her yellow robe.
Okay, no backpacks. Nothing
Nope.
like that.
She's just curled in the fetal position outside the temple.
Can I make a perception check to see
I
if...
stick my head up out of the hole.
Oh no
She's
no
just
no!
there.
We should wait for her to leave before we do anything. Like we
She's
should.
a young girl.
I don't think she's gonna move though.
Look, I'm a
Oh,
young
fuck it,
boy,
I'll
but
get out
I'm
of the
also
hole.
an old man.
Monty
so,
gets
like,
out of the hole.
I'm going up the hill.
Yeah,
I go-
I follow suit.
All right, you guys abandon your stealth entirely, and approach the girl.
I mean, we've been sitting there for like a minute and she hasn't moved, so something's clearly up.
All right.
Maybe they always
as you-
throw a dead body out to make sure no one's ambushing them.
Baiting wild animals just in case.
She's about 11 years old.
Oh boy.
As you approach, and she's breathing.
And
mean,
she's
that's a
what?
good
Sorry,
sign.
I sneezed.
She's
Right as-
breathing.
Okay.
Does she look injured?
No.
And she jumps up and
I
attacks
shake
us.
her shoulder.
Her eyes flutter open, and she vomits at your feet.
Interesting.
Are we talking like a drunk vomit or I'm dying vomit?
It's not filled with blood.
Okay.
It's just vomit.
checking.
Maybe that's why they threw her out, because she was about to vomit.
I mean, it is an enclosed
Not on the
space.
leather, and they push her out the door.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. And she like claws on your clothes for a second to pull herself up, and then she looks up and sees that you guys aren't covered in yellow robes, and she gasps, "Oh my god! Please! Oh, you have to help me! You, strangers! I need your help! She's like is pointing back and forth at the temple and then at you guys and then back at the temple, and she basically can't get a straight sentence out.
I hand her some water.
Oh, thank you. She drinks. Okay. Okay. It's not going to be very long before they notice that I took one of their keys, and she produces a key.
I kill her and take it. No, I don't. Okay. It's like,
To be
got
fair,
my-
she'd probably kick your ass. She is bigger than you.
no, I'm 13. She's 11. So bring it on, bitch.
Okay. I
But
thought you
you're
said
small
earlier
for
you were
your
like
age.
5.
No, that was me as an adult saying how old I am as a child. Okay, like
You have to help me. They still have my brother Shomei.
I just sort of look at her and I'm just like, that's kind of the plan. We want to help.
That's basically why we're here. Can we have that key?
Yes, please just save my brother Shomei.
What happened? Why are you thrown out?
Why are you vomiting?
I wasn't thrown out. I stole this, and I escaped.
What's going on in there?
Well, they worship the god Vortex, and
I vomit at her feet. No, I don't.
Oh.
but
It must be some kind of greeting of theirs.
they
Sorry,
They
I do
take-
that around false idols.
they bring kids, and then they teach them to believe in the vortex, and most people go along with it, and I don't.
Yeah, that's why we're here. We know all about this.
Well, great then, save my brother.
What's he look like?
Me.
He's in
but a
an
male,
orange robe.
and like 8 instead of 11.
Are you gonna come with us?
No,
All
I
right.
want to go back in there.
Okay. Down the hill, around the corner, there is a giant robot with a cart.
Okay.
Don't forget about Phil.
And a brain in a jar.
He feels left out sometimes.
Are you guys like cultists too?
No, we're not.
So
If you go to this robot, and say that you know,
So
say that Nye sent you.
Okay.
He will look after you.
All right.
Hand us over what you have. Do you have any information? Anything we should know about the inside?
It's pretty straightforward.
Do you have a map? I like hand her the paper.
No, you don't need a map. I mean, the inside's really, really big, but there's only one path that is lit by candles and incense and etc. And that's just the way to go. Don't even worry about it. It'll bring you straight to where.
Can we talk about how this little 11-year-old girl just used the word etc.?
So maybe this is shitty, but I have a skill called seeing through deception.
Okay.
I mean, it's what it's for.
Yeah.
What does her
So-
insides look like, Wreckage? He can see inside of her, so.
I'm a like, do like a wait a minute, is she lying?
Look, I don't
Okay.
trust children.
Does that?
This is way too convenient.
Does this cost anything?
Well, it's a skill that I can.
It's an enabler. Well, how does it read?
It's just seeing through deception.
You just always know when someone's lying to you?
Well, I think it's just like I can make a roll to. It's when I want to see if someone's lying, I
You're
have
a
a skill
glint,
that
yeah?
reduces the difficulty.
Got it.
You're a
difficulty
glint?
5.
5. Okay. So I do that. I'll put some effort towards it.
You're a glint, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking for it.
Yeah, it was just like it's part of my when I start out I pick 2 skills and I pick persuading and seeing through deception.
Oh, it's just a skill. I get you.
Yeah, it's like any other skill. Yeah, sorry, it's not like a special like I can always tell when somebody's lying.
Because seeing
or
through
whatever.
deception sounds like something like a glint.
No,
Like,
yeah, it sounds like I can just tell.
because you have like
Yeah.
Coke's information and connection with an
Mhm.
organization. Shit like that.
Nice.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
She's not lying.
She's not telling the truth either. It's
She's not telling
So yeah, I have kind of a distraught look on my face, and so I kind of kneel down.
Say, bitch, if you lie to me again, I will slap the teeth out of your mouth.
Not quite that violent, but listen.
Here's the thing. Before you ask her more questions, I'm going to be specific.
Okay.
She's telling the truth about the layout of the building. She's telling the truth about them kidnapping children and indoctrinating them in the cult of the
I mean,
vortex.
because we already knew that. But yeah.
Sure.
She's telling the truth that they still have her brother Shomei.
Sure.
She's the only thing that
She's actually 11 and a half.
She got
Dang.
shifty-eyed when she said that she stole the key. She was actually given the key.
no, she's telling the truth about stealing the key.
Oh, okay.
She is lying about when she vomited, that was fake. And when she describes herself as 11 and her brother as 8, that was a lie too.
Aha! I knew it. She's 11 and a half. So
wait,
I
she's
like
fake?
kinda
Actually, like 90, but she's aging backwards. What are the odds?
they all have that disease.
So wait, she fake vomited? I don't.
So yeah, I like kind of like. Now I gets like a just kind of distraught look on her face, and she like kneels down.
She's faking her
Um,
physical and emotional distress.
Okay.
Yeah.
But everything that the content that she is saying is
Right. So it's but yeah, this is so yeah. I kind of get down so I can like. I don't look at her because I'm blind, but like eye level, because that's what people do.
That's how I
you're supposed
learned to
to
cope
talk.
with my disability.
You're
That's how you're supposed to
daredeviling
talk to
her
people.
right now, basically.
Listen, if you want us to help, you need to tell us everything. Okay?
She squints at you. I don't know what you mean.
She like, starts like picking her nails. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Does the LA
If
Noir
you're-
thing where her eyes are like,
If some of these things that you've told us aren't all the way true, that's gonna hurt when we go in there and try to solve this.
So I've been around Nye all my life, right?
Uh-huh.
We went through all that shit together. I sort of like, you know, look at her a little bit, and I lean in deeper, and I'm just like, if you don't help us, and if you're not truthful about what's happening, we can't do anything for you. We have our own reasons to go in there.
I've told you everything you need to know.
Okay, so with everyone getting all suspicious of this little girl, and I don't know why, I'm going to scan her.
What do you smell like?
I'm
I
just
need
gonna
you to
lean
roll
in
me a
and-
difficulty 4.
Yeah, I
task.
like the idea that you lean into the small girl, and you're just like,
yeah, we'll put effort
ah, children.
All right, difficulty 3 task. It's int effort, by the way.
Yeah.
If that wasn't obvious. You can't scan her.
She smells like blooms.
Wait, I just can't scan her?
No.
She's a cheater.
Well, that's interesting.
Okay, I would like to fast talk this child.
Remind me how that
What?
works.
When
Basically, it
speaking
means
with an
it-
intelligent creature who can understand and isn't hostile, you convince that creature to take one reasonable action in the next round. A reasonable action should not put the creature or its allies in danger, in obvious danger, or be wildly out of character. But it must be more than could be accomplished with a simple persuasion task.
All right. What are you going to fast talk them
It costs
into?
1 intellect
Basically,
point.
I want to clearly us just being like, come on, you need to tell us. Oh, I'm not going to tell you. So my special glint powers are going to be like, listen, like this isn't a
Activate
game.
motherly figure.
Here's the thing. Your fast talk has to be more specific.
Well,
Right.
why,
I want her to tell the complete truth and not this.
Why don't you say
half
something
truth
like,
that she's
why
been-
are you
not-
pretending that
yeah,
you're...
just ask her why she's pretending to be distressed.
Right. Yeah. I guess that would be very specific. Like,
straightforward with it, right?
I know you're telling us the truth about a lot of this, but you're faking how upset you are. Can you just tell us why?
Row.
Well, you need motivation to do what I want you to do.
Why wouldn't our motivation of saving more children be enough?
I really need you to do it. I can't take any chances.
Then do me one thing and promise me this. This vortex that you... Do you believe in it?
I don't believe it's a god.
Great. Fantastic.
It's real. I've seen it.
What is it?
Nye.
Yo.
Difficulty 4 perception check.
Okay.
So actually see through deception check.
Okay. So it takes down to 3. I'll pump an effort into it. Down to 2.
Nice.
Nice.
So when you say it's not a god and you say what is it, there's a facial. She's about to tell you what it is when instead she like stops herself and says the cultists don't know what it actually is.
Do you know what it is?
You can't.
Of course not. I'm a little girl.
If you keep hiding stuff from us, we're not going to be able to help you or your brother.
Look, please just go in there and save my brother. This is wasting time. They could be out here any minute on a scavenging party. They'll find us. They'll
If
find
we
that I
go in
stole-
there without knowing everything, it's
You
not
know
going to
everything
turn
about
out
the
well.
inside and about the cultists. You don't need to know anything else.
What did they do to you?
They didn't do anything to me.
That's the problem. No.
Why are you too afraid to tell us certain things?
I'm not afraid to tell you anything else.
Why won't you tell us these things then? If you're not afraid, then what's keeping you?
This false idol, can I kill it? Can we kill it? Is it
No.
killable? Can we destroy it?
She jumps on that no. When you say kill it. No.
No, as in we physically can't, or no, as in we're not allowed to?
shouldn't.
Don't tamper with the vortex.
All right. Here's what you need to do if you want us to save your brother, and I'm 100% adamant about this. You will denounce your religion.
I don't believe in the temple. I don't believe it.
Great, then it should be real easy for you.
Okay, I denounce the vortex as a god.
And then you help us by giving us information on how to kill it.
It isn't a thing. It's a Numenera.
Good.
You don't kill Numenera. They're machines.
We can try.
Why?
Because it's creating a
what we do.
cult.
It didn't create a cult. The cultists created a cult.
Yes, well, now I have a new meaning to life, and I will
So,
remove all
with my
false
successful
allies.
rolls, does it look like something is preventing her, or is it like she's just lying to me?
She's just trying to skirt around the issue. She just wants you to get in there and rescue her brother.
Sleeping powder in the face, I bring it with us.
Do you actually sleeping powder her?
God,
It's
that,
probably a good idea, to be honest. Sleeping powder her and leave her with Ven.
yeah, that's not a bad idea. So how long does that last? 10 hours?
Yeah.
Do you sleeping powder her? It does last 10 hours.
I mean, it doesn't hurt her, and she'd be safe with Ven. And we know that she's not going to run off or do anything stupid while we're gone.
Or like alert the other people when they leave.
Right. Exactly.
Like if there is some sort of mind control thing, right? And this is just to the players more than anything. If there is some sort of mind control, like controlling her or stopping her from telling us things or whatever,
Right.
then it sort of breaks her of that because she's going to be unconscious for 10 hours.
Yeah, she's not going to be able. Like, it's not directly harming her, and at the same time, it's making sure that we're safe from anything she might possibly do.
All right. I vote yes.
Yep.
Standard about votes. Do you do it?
I do it. She starts doing like, no, you can't kill her, whatever. I'm just like,
You throw the powder in her face and she starts coughing and sneezing. What'd you do that for?
I just do this. Bye bye.
Wait,
No, she's just coughing and sneezing.
She doesn't sleep.
No. What the heck? What? Did she like shoves you like you're another kid and is like, what the hell did you do that for?
You won't tell us anything. We're trying to
I
save your
told
brother.
you everything, you jerk.
all right, so I'm gonna like kneel down in front of her, look her right in the eye, and say, "What are you?
What do you mean?
What are you?"
I'm Ivana. I'm a little
Ivana.
girl.
You're lying.
Why do you care so much about me?
You come out of a suspicious Numenera saying that you want us to save your brother, and there's a giant machine in there that you believe is a false god.
No, I don't believe it's a false god.
Well, you come
Stop
from...
fucking saying that.
Yeah. What's your brother's name?
Shome.
What's your name?
Ivana.
If we tell Shome that Ivana wants you to leave, is he going to come with us? Or is he going to be mind controlled by something?
See, Shome wouldn't tell them that he did believe. I lied to them and said that I believed. So Abrasil keeps him prisoner until he says he believes. But Shome refuses to say that he believes.
Right. And what does this Abras look like?
Abrasil he's like a 50-year-old man.
Is he obvious?
Beard.
Like, will we know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he'll be away from all of the other cultists. He spends time in his own chambers near the vortex.
All right. And if we go inside, can we find this defilement of robes that you're wearing somewhere?
I'm sorry, what?
Your yellow defilement of robes. Can we find them in there somewhere?
Not before you encounter the cultists.
Ugh.
The cultists will keep them in their personal quarters, etc.
How likely is it that people without robes will be walking around in there?
Not at all. But also they won't really care.
Then I guess we better be quick.
The cultists are pacifists despite everything.
I've seen them with weapons.
Except for a few of them, they don't Well, those are the ones that go out, and they need to be able to defend themselves, but they don't. If you're in the temple, they're more likely to usher you excitedly to the vortex to try and indoctrinate you.
Fine. You go down to that robot and you stay there. If you're not there when we come out with your brother,
That's fine. I'm happy. I don't want to go back in there.
good.
I'll stay with your robot.
Also, tell the robot to get you new clothes and burn those things. I don't want to see them when I come out.
Okay.
I'm now anti other religions wreckage. This is happening. It's happening. I'm
I
gonna kill this
noticed
false god. Let's go.
I noticed that you're very anti other religions for some reason.
I'm very anti possibly a robot little girl that we're helping.
So that's where we'll end for now.
Yay.
Because you've basically done everything you wanted to do with this little girl.
Yeah. What about XP and stuff? What are we doing there?
Nothing for now. We'll get more tomorrow.
Wait.
Or we'll get more at the top of the next episode.
Okay, but we killed a fish man.
Yeah, I know. You don't get things for killing things in Numenera.
But we did the quest for the dude. That's all. So.
Yeah, you don't get XP for quests. You get it for encountering new things, and you've already encountered weird monsters.
But we
Can we
haven't
please
eaten them.
You're gonna get a bunch of XP for encountering all this stuff in the temple.
Yeah.
Otter hasn't encountered weird monsters, so Otter gets 2 XP.
Hey, what weird monsters did we encounter before? You mean the sky dragons?
Sky dragons, worms,
Skeleton.
Hound
hounds.
things, broken hounds.
You've encountered quite a lot of monsters, actually.
Okay.
Nye encountered an invisible, non-existent phase bat.
True. All right.
That was
Cool.
also
Talking
made out of
head.
human
So
skeletons.
let's do some shout outs. Pian, let's start with you.
Hi guys, I'm Pian. You can find me on twitch.tv/Textradamus on Tuesdays and Saturdays. You can find me at twitch.tv/ or not Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Saturdays. You can find me on twitch.tv/Sargula on Tuesdays, and you can find me here on Thursdays. That's me.
Cool. Tuxie McAdramacy. What up, sir?
Hey everybody, I'm Tux. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, all at /Tuxtradamus. We have our stuff on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and then when other times when they happen, no set schedule for now. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with us, and hope you have a great night.
All right, Mr. Doc Gast, brother from another mother. What up, sir?
Hey, you can find me here where we do horrible things on the internet, and it's probably a mistake. I think we have Talking Shit show next week, don't we?
We do, yeah. We missed last week because sleeping
Yeah.
schedules and shit like that messed everything up, so we're just going to do it next week. Oh, wait, no. Yes, no, we can do it next week, yes. It's fine.
Cool.
Mr. Sputnik, what up, Brad Islam?
Hey, what's up, everybody? You can find me on my Twitch channel /Sputnik71, Twitter, which is Sputnik_71. I've got a YouTube channel that I just put a link in the chat for. You can check that out. Lots of playthroughs of video games and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I am on this channel on Thursdays and Fridays, and soon to be Mondays as well.
Nice. And last but not least, we have our GM, Mr. Dr. Wreckage.
Hi. I'm Dr. Wreckage. Please join me on the other shows that I do. Next week, Void Barons on Tuesdays, and then next week, same time, same place, more Numenera. The week after that, we'll have World of Darkness as well. It remains to be seen whether or not I can handle 3 shows a week. Let's
Yeah.
find out the hard way.
So yeah, we'll close the voting for World of Darkness this Sunday. I'll announce on the Whiskers and Whiskey stream as to which one we'll be doing. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, the first game for World of Darkness, whatever system that it is that we'll pick, will be on the 5th of June, 5 p.m. PST. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed tonight's show. If you haven't already done so, consider following the channel. And if you're feeling real saucy, why not subscribe and get access to a whole bunch of cocks you can spread all over Twitch. That's right. Chickens. As mentioned before, we do have a new game starting up on the 5th, sorry. We also have second season of Gambit going live on the 9th as well. So that week's going to be pretty fucking busy for new games.
I'm curious, what makes it a second season?
Well, the first season ended, and we got a new crew, a new cast coming in.
Got it. There we go.
And it's a brand new story. This new story is actually going to be about Jedis, young teenage, young adult Jedis hiding from Order 66. So it's going to be pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next Monday, I will be over on Arthur's channel for On the Tabletop, his new role-playing one-shot series, which is actually a pretty cool idea. But other than that, same stuff as ever. Check out the schedule if you want to find out more information. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We outie. Bye-bye.